Okay, here we go. Should be live, real-time IRL. That goes on. Okay, to the Twitch app. It says create. It's not loading yet. Try that, back. There we go. And we're live. Perfect. And we have a bag of ice. I don't know what to do with that, so it's just going to be in view now, I guess. On that note, we walk. I gotta adjust one of these cables. Hopefully that doesn't destroy the entire system. Hey, Danger Tater, how's it going? Good schmorning. Good morning, nurses. How's it going? So I think I'm good for the day.
Alright, we usually stop and check on people that look like they may be in distress.
No, I appreciate that, man. That's awesome.
We're actually with a group called Subway 12 Lives Matter. And we
Okay.
usually invite people in our home, feed them Subways and stuff. But I just want to let you know you have to use shoe and cow and if you would, mind going to subway12livesmatter.com, looking to see what we have to offer. Give it a shot.
Okay.
We're going to give you a free gift just to consider. Yeah, but you gotta meet you.
So you must be Richie Slammer then.
I sure am, buddy.
Nice to meet you.
You
Where's my nipple coming off? Squeeze that back on. There we go. Hey, look, another police officer. Oh, I think he's coming to talk to us. Yeah, he's definitely coming to talk to us. Going well. How about yourself?
We just got a couple complaints.
Oh, I'm trying to stay off the road as much as possible, yeah.
Hitting you. That's the only thing I'm here for.
No, I appreciate it.
I know you're moving it pretty good, so yeah, that's all I want to tell you. There's nothing else. Just be careful. Once you get past here, once you get to Eureka,
it opens. Can I do a foot-long Italian herbs and cheese?
okay, Sean.
Yeah, I'm currently walking across the country.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Oh, no kidding. How'd you hear about it?
Someone told me about you.
Oh, no kidding. I was going to give you a business card. Here, yeah, look at that.
Thank you so much.
No problem. That's awesome.
I'm surprised. I didn't think it was real.
Oh, no kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I left yesterday. Yesterday was the first day, and we're walking across the country, you know, like any normal person.
Fucking awesome. Fucking Forrest Gump, man.
Yeah?
Shit. I just watched Forrest Gump the other day at work. The other night. Yeah.
There you go.
Woo! Fuck. I wish I could do that.
Oh, it's a big one.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
What keeps you going?
These guys in here, like I said, I got a whole bunch of people watching us along the way. They're here for the journey. They're fun to talk to. They keep me distracted on the miles I'm walking.
Oh, okay.
So.
Am I distracting you?
No, you're good. You're good. I stop in here for the view. It's beautiful.
Sorry to bother you eating.
No worries.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful out here. Yeah, I'm from the reservation right over there.
Oh, no kidding. The Seneca? Just walked through there all yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Did I see you?
I don't know.
Where'd you come from?
So I was on 20 Adventures in Nature and the Wilderness. So
That's
it's
cool.
fun. I'm actually live streaming the whole thing too. We got like 100 people watching right now and everything. So
That's cool. Okay, well, we just wanted to make sure you didn't have an actual baby in there because
Nope.
we were concerned.
tent, sleeping bag, and hiking gear.
Perfect. Okay, we'll walk safe and stay dry and get the best we can, okay?
Perfect. Thank you very
Have a
much.
good one.
Yeah, nice meeting you. Wait, what did I just stumble into? What is this? What's happening? Walk. All right, hopefully that'll hold. That's the last thing I can try with this black screen problem that I don't know why it keeps happening. All right, sorry about that, guys. Always good to have those problems first thing in the morning. All right. Morning, bulldozers. How's it going? And good morning, VG. Good morning, UNLH. Good morning, Giving a Fly. Good morning, Creox. Good morning, T. Good morning, Richie. And I'm glad to hear that you are pushing through it, man. I hope you get well as soon as possible. On the road again. Yes, we is. Yes, we is. So like I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted by technical difficulties, I slept in the middle of a field last night, woke up, tore my tent down, had to use the outdoor facilities, and then I ran about 2 miles downtown where I found a nice little grocery store where I was able to replenish all my water and even get a bag of ice. I'm carrying it with me, I don't know why. I don't have anywhere to throw this thing away when I'm done with it, but we got it. Mountains in sight, not quite yet, Serge, but I've been walking up some crazy hills. Like yesterday was all hills. So hopefully the mountains are coming up soon. Ice, 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 ice. I'm hoping I can see the mountains by La Junta, but I mean, we'll see. Nothing but sunshine for the next whole week, Bulldoze. It's gonna be awesome. Temps in the low 90s, which again is hot, but still manageable. At least it's not in the hundreds. Life should be good, man. Life should be good. We're being rewarded for finally choosing a date of arrival here for Santa Monica being October 23rd. All right. Hey, Feisty Shrimp, how's it going? Also, I found out that about 1.5 miles down the road from where I camped up last night was the entrance to a state reservation land that allows for year-round camping, and it hurt my soul that I couldn't make it there. Do you have a telescope? Would be cool up there? I do not, Blumbox, but actually, I don't know why. For some reason, the stars look farther away out here than they did in, like, Illinois. Illinois, those bright open skies were just, like, gorgeous. Here, they're still gorgeous, and here you can see, like, the strips of the Milky Way. But I think there's just a little bit more light pollution than in other places I've been. But nope, no telescope. I have one at home, just not here with me. Dude Scop, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and a welcome to the walk. Whew. All right. I almost added your steps and mileage twice. I remembered at the last second that I already added it when you reported for the charity challenge. See, I was afraid of that, T. But you're awesome. I knew you'd catch it. Is it true that the rivers are flowing with cores? Not that I've seen yet given to fly, but I'm looking for it, man. So the first night I stayed here in Colorado was in Holly, Colorado, and I stopped off at the liquor store to try to get myself some beers or something because they didn't have a bar in town, which was a tragedy. And when I went in there, they had all sorts of cores, and I was half tempted to just grab the cores because I'm in the land of Colorado. I'm in the land of cores, I might as well. But I ended up going with an IPA, my true and tried and true favorite. So I did have some beer in Colorado though, which is good for like the first time in weeks. I see a prairie dog running through a field right now. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Pretty day, hey, and everything, how's it going? And good morning, Kevin and Earth. Blue skies, wide shoulders, life is good. Couldn't be better. Look, there's a whole bunch of, you guys aren't going to be able to see them because they're so small, but there's a whole bunch of mounds out there in the field and prairie dogs running up them. Huh. Wild. Corn IPAs at you. Judging by the maps, looks like you were beating a hasty retreat. That's it, that was the name of the town, Hasty, that's right. I called it Halsey. But it was a pretty nice town in the middle of nowhere. More importantly, it offers a cell service in the middle of nowhere, which is really what we need. 35 miles from La Junta. The subway's on the western side of the city. So roughly like 37 miles to La Junta. We can do that in 2 days, absolutely. Sean Saved Ice has literally been my savior. Now I understand your appreciation of it too. I'm glad to hear it, Richie. How you feeling, man? How you holding up in there? But yeah, shaved ice. Ice in general, man, whew, just hits different, especially on a hot day. So you see, I have this stupid stipulation on me where I can't eat anything that I didn't buy at a Subway. And since I didn't buy this ice at a Subway, I can't even eat this ice no matter how much I want to. And now it's just there as like temptation. But the idea is I could hold on to it to throw it in my Camelback when the ice starts to run low in there. So I took it with me. All right. Yeah, Shayna, it is, Hasty was a very, very, very small town. I was lucky they called it a grocery store, but you walked in there, it only had one shelf. And that shelf wasn't even it didn't even have food. It was like car supplies, oil and windshield wiper fluid. And then the back wall was just a fridge full of stuff that you could buy, like drinks and milk and all that. And then they had a little cooking section in the back for making lunches or something, I don't know. but it was very, very small. But they had the essentials. They had beer. Sorry about that, guys. We are again right next to a giant radio antenna, so I don't know if that's causing the problem or what. I tried last night to recreate this problem and figure out and try to solve for it, figure out where it was going, but I could not get the problem to recreate itself when I was standing still in my tent. So it has to do with something being on the move. I don't know. Hopefully the farther away we get from the radio antenna, the less of a problem it is. They just have a lot of radio antennas in the state of Colorado, I guess. Hey, good morning, McSally, and good morning, Godzilla 1975. How's it going? Whew. Got a man up in the shoulder, up ahead. Cool. Cool. So I gotta do something with all this change in my pocket going chang-a-lang-a-lang. My laundry money. What's new? A little bit of everything, Danger Tater. A little bit of everything. You know how it is, we like to keep things moving, keep things interesting. Got $20 in my pocket? No, I had about $1.50 in change in my pocket. Oh, God. I've been trying to do that thing where you pay for all of your items in cash, and that helps you stick to your budget more because you have a physical reminder of how much money you have left in your budget. But unfortunately that results in just large amounts of change, and then they just jingle in your pocket. And yes, he is, T. I've been checking them. They look awesome. Now I just have to find a way to remote access my computer at home and implement them from there. Should be good. Not sailboats, how's it going? And hey Aaron, how's it going, man? Appreciate the lurks. Oh God, I'm horrified at the aspect that he's private messaging emotes. Yeah, I have no idea what that could mean. Can we have a stranger danger emote? Oh. My favorite so far of what I've seen, T, are the glitch dance emote and the Wilson emote. So those are definitely going up there. I love me the fake grill mark Subway meat has. Yeah, it's good stuff. I'm pretty sure they're not fake grill emotes. Sorry, I'm pretty sure they're not fake grill marks though. They do grill them and then they ship them out to the locations after the fact. So who knows? Oof. Where did you sleep last night, Sean? I don't see anything on the map. There is nothing, McSally. I slept in the middle of an open farm field. So if you look at the map where it says Lubers on it, and if you trace the B like directly south to where it hits 50, that's pretty much exactly where I slept. Just on the side of the road. The color changing one and the new and improved Pepe, Sean? I did, yeah. Yeah, yeet. Color changing is default. You can do that to any emote. Yeah, I think I've seen that. But it was kind of a nerve-wracking sleep last night, I'm going to be honest with you guys, because I was far enough from the highway that I wasn't worried about a car coming up or anything like that, but I was definitely visible from the highway. It's just, again, open flatlands here. There was a bit of a dirt mound that I tried to use as a sound berm so that I wouldn't hear the sounds of the highway, but it was shaped like a triangle and I was at the point, so I could still see the highway. People from the highway could still see me. So I was a little bit worried that I was going to run into some trouble last night, but thankfully nothing happened. I didn't. We were able to get up this morning and just keep on walking. Hey, Mr. Goombones, how's it going? We're going to see these emote previews. They sound amazing. Flip, in the recommendations channel on the Discord. Personal favorite is him dancing / cheesing. Yeah, the glitch dance, and I like that one. Whew. Alright. We are definitely in a lot more hills than we had in Kansas though already. And they're all uphills. I'm ready for it. Hey, good morning ABC, how's it going? It's going okay? Well, okay is better than it could be, I suppose, Mr. Goombones. I'll take that. Alright. Also, straight up, I was walking on this highway yesterday, obviously, and I passed by where the mile marker 420 sign should be, and there just was not anything there, just for the record. Glad to hear it, ABC. We should thumbs up, thumbs down, the ones we like, and other suggestions too. Yeah, I'll take that. That'll give me an idea of the ones that people liked. Yeah, I like that idea. If you guys are in the Discord, feel free to upvote and downvote some of the emotes in there, so I have an idea which ones I should add to the stream. Glitch distance is too big for an emote. It's 800 GB, needs to bring it down to 512. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling. Plus, to be honest with you, Danger Tater, as much as I love that one, it's my favorite, when it is shrunk down to the size of an emote on like chat, I don't think it'd even be recognizable. I don't know if you'd be able to see anything on it. Oh wells. wheel cement will definitely work though, and that's pretty good. You couldn't find a tree or a high bush or anything last night? No, nothing. So what you'll find, ABC, is on these highway roads, right, like 50, every piece of land is fenced off by barbed wire fencing or cattle fencing or something. So there's only very, like, few places where you can find that aren't fenced off, and it's usually not fenced off because it's public land. And so I found one of those places, but there was just nothing on the land, not even a single tree, nothing. Like I said, there was a bit of a dirt mound, a berm, and I was able to use that for at least a little bit of cover, but not a whole lot. And especially when the land is as flat and sprawling as it is here, you can just see it for miles. Miles and miles. That's okay though. And then of course I stayed up watching YouTube videos like really late, and everything was dark. And I got up at like probably 9:30, 10 o'clock to use the bathroom. And when I got up, I saw what my tent looked like from the outside with the iPad on it. And it was just this one bright light in the middle of an open field with nothing surrounding it, so I was acting as my own beacon anyway. So fair, don't they know you're doing this walk? Whoa. Maybe a dehydrated bits emoji. It's a good idea, Foxy Grandpa, but I'm pretty sure dehydrated bits in the size of an emoji would literally just look like poop. Hey memers, how's it going? So that's the sacrifice I have to make for watching YouTube videos, though, is I just become my own beacon in the middle of an open field. And I'm okay with that sacrifice. My man needs his YouTubes. Good morning, Horizontal Bob, and exactly, yeah. Like crab poop. Somebody thinks Martians have landed. I'm telling you, man, I keep seeing these, like, red lights on the horizon late at night too that look like airports. So I keep looking up to see if there are airports anywhere near me. And I'll be honest with you, last night there were plenty of airports, like 4 around where I was. But the last time I saw them, there weren't any airports near. Good you enjoyed your day off? Well, thank you, memers. It was nice. You have to cover your iPad with a blanket. Low. I thought about getting in my sleeping bag and just pulling the iPad in there, but it got really, really hot, really, really fast. I'm at that point right now in the weather cycle where it's really hot during the middle of the day and really hot at night, but then really, really cold in the morning. So like when I went to sleep last night, it was 90 degrees out, and when I woke up this morning, it was 54. So it was like a 36-degree swing in the middle of the night. Escaping very, very slowly. A lot of broadcast towers required to have red lights. Yeah, but these are so I'm talking about like a row of red lights along the horizon. Like probably 20, 25 of them. Usually indicative of like a landing strip. Also, good morning, Fenrir. How's it going? Good prep for the desert temp. I'm actually like, hey, nice, we got honked at already. I'm actually not super concerned about the desert so much anymore. I don't think that we're really going to experience like insanely hot temperatures walking through there in September, October. We need a couple of you waving for an emo like that Hitch emo Tater posted. Nice. Good morning, Keeper of Maps. How's it going? That's where the aliens are marshalling. Or marshalling. It's the only excuse, Fenrir. It has to be aliens. All right, so hold on. Let me stand in front of the camera then, T, and I guess I'll wave. I guess I can do this. Hold on. Kind of weird. I'm on like an uphill. That's all the waving I have in me. Wave to us a few times in front of this blue background. I just did. There we go. We did it. We're there. Okay. All right. Whew. Good morning, Green Herring. How's it going? Are you had to have Subway on any emotes? Let's say no for now, T, because I'm not sure. I'm sure if I asked them about it, they'd say it's fine, but let's just say no for now to be safe. Twerk? Could I twerk? Yeah, I could twerk on a good day, Muse. I gotta tell you, my twerking was a lot more impactful when I had about 60 pounds of more weight on me. Now it's more like a stick bug kind of trying to twerk, but I could do it. You don't get that same booty go thwop feeling though, you know? Didn't you know I had a surprise visitor this morning? Oh, no worries, Ziggy, we got there. All right. Now can you do a coquettish look over your shoulder back at the camera? Yeah, I mean, I guess, why not? This is fun. It's like instead of walking across the country, I'm modeling across the country. Give you that blue steel look. We would need therapy after watching him twerk. I told you don't get that booty go thwop. More it's like someone playing drums or like bells on my rib cage kind of sound. I'm bony now. All right. And by morning, I mean 3 a.m. and very drunk. Nice. All right. Also, guys, one thing I have noticed about the state of Colorado, beautiful state, very dusty. Very, very, very dusty. I feel like I'm perpetually covered in dust, blowing in off the street, blowing from the fields. It gets so hot out, I have to sleep with my tent doors open and the screens up. And when you do that, the wind just blows through it, which makes you really cool, but also just covers you in dust. It's a dusty state. It's a good thing, I guess. It covers you from the sun. I haven't sunburnt, but it's dusty. Are you able to walk upright, or do you have to lean over the stroller? It depends on the time of day, McSally. Like right now, I'm walking upright, no problem, but as the day goes on, I get more and more of a hunch going to it. Getting closer and closer to the desert? Yes, sir, we are. All we are is dust. So how does this actually work for food? I mean, I know Subway is the largest food chain, but I have to imagine some of the time you have a long trek to actually find one. All right, so we have a couple answers to that one, not sailboats, right? So right now we're actually currently in a 57-mile Subway drought. The last Subway we had was in Lamar, Colorado, and the next one's not gonna be until La Junta, almost 60 miles away, right? So I just ordered 3 days worth of subs, and that'll help us get there because I can do 20 to 30 miles a day, so it should only take us 3 days to get there. There are a couple of points that are longer than 60 miles. We went through one that was like close to 130, 140 miles back in Kansas, and for those what we did is my family back home actually bought a whole bunch of Subway subs. They took the meat and veggies out of the sub, dehydrated the meat and veggies, and then vacuum sealed them to make Subway jerky. They then sent out about 40 or 50 sandwiches worth of that Subway jerky to me, and I eat that Subway jerky to get through the really, really long stretches. But I can make it about 60 miles on just fresh Subway alone before I have to resort to that stuff. It was one of the ones affected by the Dust Bowl. Was Colorado really? It definitely seems moister here than it did in Kansas. Like, there's a lot more water in Colorado than there is in Kansas. It's still very dry, very arid. and you still get a lot of dust, but at least you have like lakes, reservoirs, flowing water in the river, unlike Kansas, where the entire state had the Arkansas River just entirely dried up. It's kind of wild. All right. Also, real quick, hold on, we got a couple of off-stream follows as well. Wolf Meow and Bruce Cooper, thank you guys very much for the off-stream follows. Appreciate it, appreciate all yous, and welcome to the walk. Must have been uphill quite a bit between Kansas and Colorado. Yeah, Tetrium. I will say it wasn't bad. It was like gradually uphill for most parts. Not super, super steep. Definitely not as steep as when we walked across the Appalachian Mountains back in Massachusetts, New York. So we've definitely seen worse, and we're definitely going to see worse when we get to the Rockies coming up here in a couple of days. So it wasn't too bad, but it was definitely uphill. Do you take vitamin supplements at all? Nivets, yeah. I haven't taken them in a while, to be honest with you, because I keep forgetting to buy more. I'm out. But for the first half of this trip, I was taking vitamin supplements just to make sure that I was staying above board with the amount of vitamins and mineral supplements I needed. Hey, Gary Madden, how's it going? But I take those as pills. I don't eat them, so it doesn't count towards the nothing but Subway eating goal. That's the delineation I make. About 6 months starting May for November 1st is the deadline he announced. 10/23 is his final arrival day. Yeah. Do you have an estimation of how many days it will take? Oh, sorry, I missed that message. Do you have an estimation of how many days it will take to finish? I was planning on doing this anywhere from 5 to 6 months. I announced recently, that the end date when we cross into the Santa Monica Pier is going to be October 23rd. But since I left on May 1st, I don't actually know exactly how many days that is. 170, something like that? Roughly? I sound like the FDA. Oh man, listen. I have my own stipulations here, Fenra, and I am a man of commitment. And I want to stick to my own stipulations no matter what. So if I'm not going to hold myself honest, then who will, you know? So I come in here with those strict rules, strict regulations, and I adhere to them specifically. I also feel like we have so much longer to go before we hit that Santa Monica Pier. But my morale is pretty high, actually. It took a dip there for a while in Kansas. Well, Missouri into Kansas. But it's back up. We had some struggle days for a while, and making it through those struggle days with good timing, without having to take rests, without having to take breaks, was really just like a good boost to the morale. Kind of like one of those mentalities where if I can make it through that, I can make it through anything. The Sky FX failed to load on the green screen. It's just plain blue. Count 214 days from May 1st to November 1st. Well, your count is off. That doesn't even make sense. Hello. And no, that's just the sky flip. Listen, Mom, if you just baseline it 6 months at 30 days from May 1st to November 1st, 6 times 30 is 180. So if you're getting up in 200, that's your math is off. Kansas will do that to a man. It was actually, believe it or not, Fenra, it was more so Missouri than Kansas. Kansas was okay. It was another big morale boost when I first got into Kansas. The girlfriend came out and visited for 2 days. So that was a huge morale boost. That was awesome. At the end of Missouri, my parents came out, but the beginning of Missouri was the part of the trip where I didn't have service, so we couldn't really stream at all. I was trapped into my tent by severe thunderstorms. I was getting attacked by horseflies relentlessly and getting beat up by high humidities and extreme heats. It was pretty brutal. Sean, hey, Jeff has posted and recommended it's within guidelines. Nice. I'll check it out, Danger Tater. Hey, Hack the Earth, how's it going? I feel like I'd be nauseous eating fast food every meal, even quasi-healthy stuff like Subway. I've only had one experience with getting nauseous or getting sick or anything like that in not sailboats, and it was not Subway's fault at all. You see, we have a challenge here on this channel, where if you get 100,000 channel points, you can design a sub for me, and no matter how delicious or disgusting that sub is, I will have to order it and at least eat 4 bites out of it. At least give it an honest try. And we had someone that ordered me a tuna sub with 3 types of every sauce on it. And let's just say I had to take the next day off from walking as I was bound to the toilet. Nice white shoulder on this road. It's beautiful, Mornono. Something eat fresh. Did Missouri have the Subway with ice cream and stairs? It did. It did. That was in Gallatin, Missouri. And that was really nice. But that wasn't towards the end. That was towards the end. He said, Jeff, that's how it's pronounced, Danger Tater. I count 184 days. I counted all of November instead of stopping it over. There we go. Okay, that sounds more reasonable. Cookies and tuna sandwich is gonna be amazing. You know what? At least that doesn't sound like it's gonna make me sick, Flip. I'd do cookies and tuna. A lot of sugar for you. That's good. Keeps you running. A lot of like omega B's, fish oil stuff. Sounds pretty healthy. That's good stuff. Sorry, I'm talking about the ice water. It's good stuff. All right. Cod liver oil has to be one of the oldest remedies. Yeah, I've heard that. There was for a while, bulldozers, when I was growing up as a kid, we used to go out fishing quite a bit, and there was no limit on cod. You could just go out there and catch as much, and as long as it was above the size limit, you could take home as many of them as possible. But within recent years, I think about like 10 years ago, they started limiting the amount you could catch. One year, you couldn't even keep cod at all, because they were worried about the population size and overfishing, so it's slowly making a comeback, but cod's been weird. Will you request an Italian sub bathe in something from the soda fountain? You absolutely can, Fenra. If you can buy it at a Subway, you can put it on the sub. When we drove through in April, it was a red flag warning for wind that would have made your walk pretty tough. Aero Raider, all of these states, western Kansas, eastern Colorado here, all of these really flat states have really, really high winds. And because I'm walking east to west like a dummy, I'm walking into a headwind almost the entire time, which means we're just getting pushed backwards as we're walking forward. And it's not super great. But to be honest with you, it's not even that bad. When I really feel the wind is at the end of the day when I go to set my tent up. And before I can get my tent spiked in and I just have it set up, the wind keeps blowing it all over the place. I have to like try to hold it down while spiking in one of the spikes. Then you have to go to the other diagonal side while holding it, don't let go, and try to spike in the other one. And then once you get those 2 in, you can spike the other 2 in and then start weighing it down by throwing stuff in it. But even throughout the night, the top of your tent just keeps blowing and blowing and blowing. And when you wake up in the morning, your whole tent is tilted to the side like that. It's awful. Don't forget the olives. Hello. Now we know where Jacob gets it. They're cruel people, T. They're cruel people. Hey, Lily Coco, how's it going? All right. But actually right now there's not a whole lot of wind. It's just kind of dead air. I don't know if I like that. At least the wind brings like a cool breeze with it. Keeps you cool on a 90-degree day. So I'm looking over to my left, I keep seeing prairie dogs and cacti, and it's just not sights that I'm used to seeing. There's also a hawk flying overhead, so all the prairie dogs are scared and run into their shelters. Weird sights. How many days till we reach the mountains? Good question, Foxy Grandpa. I don't have an answer for you. I was hoping, man, that I'd be able to see the Rockies like the second I entered into Colorado, like at the Colorado-Kansas border, but obviously you can't. So now I'm just like hoping I can see them by the time we get to La Junta. Assuming they give us a pic for Discord and Insta, you should do a camping stream. Yeah. I'm looking for a really good place, McSally, to do a camping stream. Unfortunately, I keep finding the places that I'm camping don't have a whole lot of service. Mainly because I have to get off the roads quite a way, and the service tends to stick to the roadways. But if we find a place that's really nice, we'll absolutely do it. And T, I'm going to try to grab a picture, but these guys they're moving fast. They don't like the birds overhead. We'll see. I'm just going to have to go nature photographer extraordinaire and get us some prairie dog pics. Hey, Winnie, how's it going? How is she going, Nick? Where you at, you little prairie dogs? Little cuties. Show your face. I see one's bum, but no face. I guess I could try taking that picture. Hold on. I'm having breakfast. Sounds good. I'm trying to get a picture of a prairie dog on the side of the road here. You definitely cannot tell that that is a prairie dog. Oh well. What do prairie dogs look like? They're kind of like a mix between like a groundhog out east and a like a meerkat from like Africa. They're like skinny groundhogs, but they have these giant mounds that they build in the side of the field. I'm pretty sure they're just a result of them digging their tunnels. But they're pretty cool. It seems like a pretty bad survival strategy, though, to have, like, a giant signal that says, hey, we enter and leave here, just watch that, birds. But, you know, whatever. I'm not a prairie dog. Is there a map that shows the cities you intend to see? Arrow Rider, yeah, if you type in !route, it'll bring you to my, my Twitter, where I have a posted version of the route map that we're taking. I'm prairie dogging right now. Love it. Gross. I thought I was actually going to see prairie dogs in Kansas, but I didn't see any there. Not until we got into Colorado. I'll be honest, Colorado feels a lot less like a prairie than Kansas did. Hey, good morning, K9 Lover. How's it going? Any lizards? Sorry if it's been asked before. Not in Colorado, but I saw quite a few lizards in Kansas. Just like little tiny guys running on the side of the road. Spotted lizards, a couple of geckos, all that kind of stuff. Everyone knows meerkats are from Russia. How else would you explain Alexander's accent? Beautiful wide open. Hey, canned bread for $8. It is gorgeous out here. I just cannot wait until I can see the Rocky Mountains on the horizon, though. That's really what I'm going for. Nice shoulder to walk on. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful day. I got nothing to complain about, guys. A few subways in this state. Maybe, but not that I know of. I also heard at the last subway we were at in Lamar that they're having an Italian herbs and cheese bread shortage in this state. Which I didn't know was possible, by the way. I thought they made their own Italian herbs and cheese like in store just by adding, you know, herbs and cheese to the Italian bread they're already making. But I guess I was learned something the other day. But that ain't how it works. Nice weather here too. Was out fishing yesterday. Got a little crispy though, so I had to get indoors today. Fishing sounds nice, memers. Fishing's one of my favorite things to do, and I'm not going to get to do it at all this summer because, you know, I'm out here walking, which is fine. It's all fine. You mean the THC BLT? Maybe. Lol. Is Colorado cooler than the rest of the states you've been to? Do you mean cooler temperature-wise, or cooler as in like dude with sunglasses blasting finger guns? Cool. I'm thinking that the higher in altitude that we get in Colorado, like temperatures are gonna go down. So, yes. But also, like, I like prairie dogs, they're pretty sweet. There's been a lot of horses, prairie dogs, cows, a lot of livestock in Colorado. A lot more livestock here than, that makes sense. Cooler temp-wise. Oh, Fonzie cool. Hey, Pookie, how's it going? It's been a little bit. Like I said, we're going to be in the low 90s all this week, but at least the low 90s isn't into the hundreds like it was in Kansas. So it's a little bit cooler, but it's not as cool as like what New York was out in May. That was really, really nice. If there's any consolation, I only caught 2 small coolies. Hey, that's better than nothing, memers. And you know what they say, a bad day fishing beats a bad day, or beats a good day in the office. Hey, Speedify Live, how's it going? Have you had to ban any chatters yet? I think a couple of them, yeah, Foxy Grandpa, unfortunately. People just come in with real hateful attitudes sometimes. I haven't banned any personally, but I have what I would say are the best mods on Twitch. And they handled it. Height may decrease down, but be careful with the increased UV. Yeah, that's a real thing. So I made the mistake, Fenra, a couple days back. I was wearing lower cut socks than I usually do because I had run out of my usual pair of socks and I needed to go on the emergency pairs. I did not focus my sunscreen on that little bit, like a 2-inch spot of skin exposed between where the lower sock hit and where the higher sock usually hits. And for one day I was out there and my leg burnt so bad that it's actually blistered up right now, which is kind of gross. Never been to Colorado. I would love to go. I've only been once before, Winnie, and it was in a very different part of Colorado than we're going to be going through now. I was up by like Colorado Springs in the Denver area. Now we're going through the straight south of it, so I don't really know what to expect, but we'll see. Do you find yourself twirling your mustache? All the time, Ziggy. It's awesome. I love this thing. The nights generally get colder in Colorado, so sleeping should be nice. That's what I've been saying, Arrow Raider. So when I went to bed last night, 90 degrees. When I woke up this morning, 54. A 36-degree Fahrenheit swing over the course of the night. Unblock this is as long as that road ahead of you. Lol. Find anything cool on the side of the road? Yeah, I have that tint meter in here. I also yesterday found this. Hold on. Alright, hopefully that fixed. Jolene, black screen, lol. It's a unique way to sign off. Found out the Acme hole in the ground. Roadrunners, no roll. Suspense is killing me. Lol. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, I found a watermelon on the side of the road. Just like a wild watermelon growing on the side of the road. It had already been disconnected to the plant, so I didn't feel bad picking it up and like killing it, but I'm gonna smash this on the ground for sure, for sure. This is what I found. It's nice. It's a watermelon. Alright, let's go. Isn't it though? It's like adorable. I'm definitely gonna smash it, T. I'm definitely gonna smash it. Eat it? I can't eat it. I didn't buy it at a Subway, Foxy Grandpa. You animal. Lol. It's so tiny. It's like literally the watermelon fits in the palm of my hand. I think Subway's still trying to sue a Canadian broadcast company because they did a test on it. So I don't know. How far can you throw it? I don't know, and we're not gonna find out, Flip. I'm gonna, right on stream, right when you guys, right when it's happening, I'm just gonna throw it right at the ground underneath us. Do the corn and melon fight in the stroller? No, I mean, Cornelius is doing fine. He's just laying there, hanging out. Poured him alone. Keep it, save seeds, grow a plant. Give that watermelon to Relic. He loves a watermelon. I don't know if I would trust eating this watermelon. I mean, I guess I would in like a survival situation in a pinch. It's just wild watermelon. But I generally don't trust eating things I find on the ground. It's a pretty good rule of thumb, I find. So you can find watermelons on the side of the road in Colorado? I guess so. I've also been seeing a lot of wild squash too. Melon is that watermelon. Please don't smash adorable watermelon. But green herring, my caveman brain says smashy, smashy. If you squeeze the watermelon into a bottle, you could drink it. That's true. Squish it up and drink it. I could do that. But again, I don't necessarily trust putting things in my body that I just find on the side of the road. But it is a watermelon. Why does that clip say has to? I don't know. Is wild squash edible? I have no idea, Winnie. I have no idea. You know, I used to teach survival and outdoor stuff like that and foraging and all that good stuff, but I taught it in the area that I was from and that I lived in. I don't know so much about the foraging in Colorado. Give it to the groundhogs. What if there's treasure inside the watermelon? See? Flip's thinking like a genius now. Flip, I like the way you think. What if there's treasure inside the watermelon? It ain't very redneck of you. What if I smash this watermelon and there just happen to be like $300 growing inside of it? You know how they say money doesn't grow on trees? They never said anything about money not growing in watermelons. Just saying. It's possible. Or hundreds of ant eggs. Disappears after peyote snack found in the front of his tent. Lol. That's a real question. Is Colorado peyote country yet? Or do I still have a while to go before we're in peyote country? Was it German for have? Inside the watermelon is a map and a key. Leads to the largest store of watermelons you could ever find. Just a watermelon cache. I'm rich. How much ground do you cover on average each day? Godzilla, I do about 20 to 30 miles in a day. I think my average is about 24, but the most I've ever done was 30.66 miles in one day. So, you know, respectable, I would say. Respectable mileage. New Mexico, so at one time I'm sure Colorado. Yeah, that's, you know, fair enough. I'm also right now, bulldozers, on the Santa Fe Trail. That leads right to Santa Fe, New Mexico. At Walsenburg, I think, or maybe it's even in La Junta. But in one of these cities coming up, we're gonna get off of the Santa Fe Trail and continue heading west while the Santa Fe goes south. It's gotta be one of the most pointless crash barriers I've ever seen. They put them up anywhere that there's like a stream or a body of water. And that's what that one was for. There was just like a stream going under the road, and I guess they want to protect the stream from people crashing. I don't know. All right. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. Protect the stream. Lol. I'm gonna do it though, Flip. I think I'm gonna break the watermelon right now. I'm gonna do it. I feel like destruction is in my blood, and I need to do this. I'm just gonna wait for this van, this white windowless unmarked van, to go by, and then we'll hit it up. What a moment. Cover his eyes, can't watch. All right, well, it's time you guys learn I don't like watermelon. Guys, it had us all fooled. It wasn't a watermelon, it was squash. It's held together by fibers it was never meant to shatter and break. Defeated by a watermelon. It didn't splatter. It didn't splatter because it's not a watermelon, it's squash. It was squash shaped like a watermelon. The orange was the ripe part. I thought the green was the ripe part. Oh! Your legs are stronger than your arms. Stomp on it. Lol. Sledgehammer. It wasn't watermelon. It was all a ruse. It was never a watermelon, Flip. Run. Throw the evidence away and hide. I'm wearing my glasses right now, and I do look like I could own a white windowless van. Lol, it was disguised. Chad is wrecked. I wasn't expecting it. A lot of squash and pumpkin look like watermelon when we were growing. I did not know this, Max Colt, but we've learned today it wasn't watermelon. It was squash. So that was squash that identifies as a watermelon? I don't know. Reporting you for fake fruit. Imposter melon, no! Guys, I've never felt so bamboozled in my life, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not expecting that. Out of all the things that could have happened in that moment, to find out that that watermelon was in fact squash was not on the list of expected items. It certainly is squash now, lol. Like Russian be a clone. God, if there's one thing I dislike more than watermelon, though, it's squash. I kind of got the heebie-jeebies knowing I was carrying that thing with me for a couple of days. Gross. For a couple of days, I mean, I picked it up last night, but gross. Life is cool. I grew up in my yard, but I do a random seed plantings and thought maybe I had accidentally planted watermelons here. Lol. They're all gourds. Cornelius be asking, where's my watermelon? Well, Pizza International, Cornelius was hidden, so he couldn't see that. That way he never lives in fear thinking that he's next. Oh my gourd. Love it. Love that energy, memers. Love it. I was not expecting that to be squash. But when it didn't break, or like it did break, obviously, but when it didn't splatter all over the place, I was like, hold on a second. That ain't watermelon. Big one. All right. Is Ms. here, by the way? I wanted to ask Ms. if she thought that Colorado looked any different than Kansas did yet. She was so excited when we left Kansas, but I'm pretty sure it looks pretty similar. Like I said, maybe a little bit more livestock and a little less croppage, but it's pretty similar. Hey, Miz, how's it going? All right, is it any different, Miz? Do you think it's any different than Kansas, or does it look pretty much just the same? It's not a watermelon, that's a super highlight of this Odyssey. I wasn't expecting it, Exeter. I wasn't expecting it. I was so bamboozled by a piece of road fruit. You know, the kind of thing that happens on a daily basis back home. Colorado's on flat, but maybe a little bit greener. That's fair. That's fair. There are definitely a lot more trees. Like, just looking at the horizon, I can see a lot more trees than Kansas. Very good. Had to look it up in the dictionary first. Road fruit, like roadkill, but vegan. Hey, Firehorse, how's it going? How's the walk treating you so far today? Firehorse, I was just bamboozled. I found what I thought was a watermelon yesterday on the side of the road. Just like wild watermelon. And I decided to keep it, hold on to it, so I could smash it on stream like Gallagher from the 80s. And when I did that, and I threw it at the ground, it definitely broke apart, but it stayed together. I was very confused, so I picked it up to check it out and found out that it was in fact squash and not a watermelon. Given this whole thing was about the same size as a baseball, it bamboozled me. It confused me thoroughly, and I have not gotten over the trauma of this realization yet. Jolene, black screen is not actually. That's stuck in my head. Thank you, chatter. It was Flip Ziggy. I stole from Fenrir, in all fairness. Faux watermelon. A squash that looks like a watermelon, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I showed it on camera, Firehorse, and if you look at that thing, like, it looks like a watermelon. A small watermelon, albeit, but it looks like a watermelon. Green ride, it switched between like the dark green and the light green. I thought it was a watermelon. Not a melon, little squash melon. You seen any mummies yet? No, but we're not quite to the desert. We're also like not in the right desert. Nowhere near Egypt, but we'll keep an eye out for the mummies. I like the movie The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Good stuff. Tried to squash the melon, but he couldn't. Any monsters at all? That depends on your definition of a monster. You see, would you think that a cult recruiter is considered a monster? Because if so, then yes. When dingoes frequently run around my tent at night, I'm sure. So kind of, sort of. No Wolfman? Lol. Bobcat? We did see the bobcat, that's for sure. A single bird means you were close to land. You know what? Given a fly, I'm pretty sure we are pretty close to some land. Oh, lol. No, I'm telling you though, there's like bobcat, or not bobcat, not meerkat either. Prairie dog civilizations out here. It's like a whole bunch of them sitting, and every once in a while you'll just get a bird flying overhead in circles just over where the prairie dogs are hanging out. It's pretty wild. Werewolves are cool. You know, I feel like if I was a werewolf, I would move out to Colorado just for how, like, isolated it is. I wouldn't have to worry about killing people because there's no one around. Multiple rats can be considered monsters. Only if they fuse together, but the rats I saw were very much so lone rats. push over that power line. I do not think I have the strength to do that. You look like a werewolf with that beard. That's fair. I think it's a good looking beard. This beard is the beard of champions. Same with West Virginia, people are leaving. Yeah. Sarge, man, I love West Virginia. I wish I was walking through West Virginia on this trip, but unfortunately you guys have no cell service there because of the research labs and all that, the dead zones. But when I drove through West Virginia on the way down to Mardi Gras, man, some of the most beautiful night skies I've ever seen. Mountain views, absolutely gorgeous. You also think your party shorts are great? They are great, yeah. My whole party outfit is great. Well, I don't understand what the point you're trying to make here, Mom. They're all fantastic. The beard, the party shorts. Mr. Wilson here is a fashion statement of himself. He looks amazing. Everything looks good. Can't wait for the beard braid, TVH. Could I braid this thing right now? I probably could. Oh man, I haven't braided hair in a long time though. That's kind of a skill you got to keep up and practice. What labs are in West Virginia? They're astrological labs. So they have giant telescopes pointed up at the sky. There's one specific one that is designated to shoot radio waves up into the sky and try to detect radio signals coming back to see if there's anyone using any sorts of radio frequencies out there. And because of that, they have a giant dead zone around them so that it doesn't interfere with the radio signals being sent and being received. It's pretty cool. They also love giving tickets to out-of-state drivers. Yeah, I'm sure they do. When I was a kid, I thought I was a werewolf, enjoy looking at the moon, also like silver cutlery and serviceware, and have rather sharp teeth. That's funny, but if you like the silver, wouldn't that be the opposite? Radio quiet zone. Yep. So like a space laser? Kind of, but instead of with light, it's with radio waves. Astronomical, not... Yeah, you're right. You're right, Keeper of Maps. My bad. Radio telescopes. When I was little, I thought the moon followed me. I hear a lot of people think that. Of course, they are astrological. How else could we tell Mercury is in retrograde? Lol. Astronomical is what I meant. Were you on Twitch when like every stream played Take Me Home Country Roads? No, I wasn't. I know what you're talking about though, because that was right when the online version of Fallout came out. Whatever it's called, Fallout something or other. But the ad campaign played Take Me Home Country Roads, John Denver, and everyone went crazy about it, Ziggy. But nope, I was not. I watched Twitch back then, but I wasn't streaming or anything. I don't listen to that song anymore because of Hitch's clips. Lol. Fallout's pretty great, UFO. Fallout 76, that's what it was. Yeah. Fallout's pretty great. I'll be honest with you though, I haven't played a Fallout game since New Vegas. I did not play Fallout 76 or Fallout 4, even though Fallout 4 took place in Boston. Fuck, but now it's pretty good. I heard UFO that the player base just kind of like took over the design of the game entirely in Fallout 76. And now they just turned it into what they wanted it to be in the first place. Is there any detail you can't remember? Me? No, I got a really good memory. I can remember everything. I think the Wasteland series is better, much more similar to Fallout 1 and 2. Yeah, but like, I like in New Vegas when you just leave your first settlement and you immediately run into death claws. That's my favorite thing. You know what my favorite thing to do in video games is, Fenra, because I'm awful and I hate myself apparently, is I immediately like to find the hardest boss available to me when I am just starting the game and spend hours and hours of my time wasting away at a computer or at a screen trying to beat it with the lowest level equipment. That's what I like to do. 76 community all hates talk. Lol. The radio telescope is to listen for aliens and see if they have Elvis. Lol. Except to call your mother constantly. Yeah. 3 is my fave, but New Vegas was really, really good. 3 is also my fave. because I love dog meat. Dog meat was my favorite companion in any of the Fallout games. Of course, of course. So one of the people who likes Morrowind? No, actually, oh my god. I don't even want to wager to guess how many hours, Fenra, I spent on Skyrim. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours. But I am the type of person that would charge at a dragon on top of a hill with nothing but a fork, because that's just what I like to do. Oop. Alright, I gotta dump this bag of ice now because it started leaking into my encoder enclosure, which is not good. Dog meat is in 408, he's in 3.2. Oh, yeah, in 3 you find him in the junkyard. I also really liked the vault, the Gary vault in 3. You know what I'm talking about, UFO, the vault? I think it's like 108 or something like that when you go inside, and it's just one guy that cloned himself repeatedly, and every time he cloned himself, they became less mentally there and more aggressive. So you go in there, and there's just like 30 guys running around screaming Gary at you in different tones of aggression. Dump the ice on you, lol. I lose interest in the story and sandbox games by the time I get back to it. I'm over-relieved with the story. I get that, Serge, I get that. Gary! I love that vault so much, man. Gary? Gary! I spent so much time in Oblivion because the waypoint system sucked and I couldn't find anything I was trying to get to. Dump the ice on you and flip your head back. I'm sure Tater can do something with that clip. Whoa. No, I already dumped it on the side of the road. Gary? Gary? Gary! Oh my god. So dumb, but I loved it. Loved every second of it. Video games truly are a magical place of wonder. Reminds me of the movie Multiplicity with Michael Keaton, only with every clone he lost a bit of smarts. It's pretty much the same thing. Yeah. That's actually probably Fireworks, if I had to wager a guess where they got the idea for it. But it was great. How far to the next subway? Really far. Also, I love Michael Keaton, by the way. But the last subway was in Lamar, and the next subway isn't until La Junta, which was 60 miles away, 58 miles away, something like that. So, I think we have like 35, maybe 36 left to go. We will not be getting there today, and we probably won't be getting there until the end of the day tomorrow. Yeah, it's one of those pretty big subway droughts, you know. The Outer Worlds is good. It has the same writers as New Vegas. Yeah, I haven't spent nearly enough time on the Outer Worlds to give an opinion on it, Serge. But it was fun the one time I did play it. I didn't buy it though. I played it at a friend's house. So eating reserves or dehydrated until then? Reserves. Yeah, we're not gonna have to resort to the dehydrated because I can hold subs for about 3 days. 3 days is the limit. And I got 6 the last one, so we should be fine. But I actually didn't eat a sub this morning. I wasn't feeling very hungry when I woke up, so we're probably gonna have to stop midday, take a little break into the subs, no big deal. All you need is 50 Subway cookies. I did find a Subway that was selling boxes of dozens of cookies, and of course I bought a box of a dozen cookies. And then I continued to eat those in 2 sittings. Once just like in the middle of the day on stream, ate half of them, and then at the end of the day, the rest. So I found out I have a problem. If I get 50 cookies, I will eat 50 cookies without reserving them at all. You flossing using Picks or dental floss? I do have some dental floss with me. I use it occasionally, but I would not say that I'm flossing on a regular basis. One thing I do like to do when I can find tall grass on the side of the road, like I have some right here, is I'll take that and I'll put that in my teeth and chew on that a little bit, use that as some dental floss. Makes me feel like a real cowboy, man. The Sun Cookies is a Subway classic in UK. I'm looking at the horizon, I'll be wishing for a bit of shade to eat in for you. We got some trees on the horizon. I have found though in Colorado, generally the trees on the horizon mean someone lives there. Which isn't the worst thing. I mean, I've sat on people's front yards before just to get a little bit of shade. You're gonna mess up your teeth? I'll have you know, horizontal Bob, I have perfect teeth. I have never once in my entire life had a cavity. I did have to go in for emergency gum surgery once when I had braces on because my braces closed my teeth in too fast. I had a big gap between my front teeth. And it closed it so fast that the gum actually dropped below my tooth line, which wasn't good, so they had to cut that out. But that was it. They got Subway in the UK. Is the menu different? It is, UFO man. They have hash browns on the menu in the UK. And they have corn that you can put on your sandwiches. It's delicious. Ouch. Yeah, it wasn't great. Asphalt cowboy. The land of double line walking lane. Lol. It's good stuff. SliceCom, thank you very much for the follow, by the way. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and a welcome to the walk. Yeah. The only place that we can go to get hash browns here in the States is either a Sonic or Dunkin' Donuts that I know of. And I want hash browns at my Subways. I built a new PC and I have lost interest in graphically intense games. I just bought The Cult of the Lamb. Yeah. So Serge, I find the game is only ever as good as its storyline. Graphics can be a great enhancer and used to enhance a game that has a really good storyline to make it great, you know? Like God of War was amazing and the graphics were beautiful, you know? It's a perfect example of one done well. But you can't just make a game look good and expect people to hold their interest in it, you know? We're the ones that grow corn. I don't know, man. I think McDonald's has hash browns. Yeah, they do, McSally. They sell one big hash brown and they only do it on the breakfast menu. Hardee's have hash brown. I've never been to a Hardee's, Ziggy. Celebrated having my blood test with the McDonald's meal with hash browns. Sorry. It's a good girl and didn't cry, so I deserve a treat. Nice, man. Bob Evans has hash browns. I've also never had Bob Evans. Denny's has hash browns. Well, Denny's not fast food. That's a sit-down restaurant. Mute every time. I have been to Denny's though. Hardee's messes up my stomach. I'm pretty sure I did, but did I ever tell you guys about my trip to the Waffle House? Or to Waffle House, rather. They're amazing. So, all of these restaurants that you guys are mentioning, you know, well, Denny's exists in the Northeast, but Bob Evans doesn't, Hardee's doesn't, Waffle House doesn't, all those don't. High-class foodies. So, I had a friend of mine who I went to college with, a really close friend of mine, Dave, and we were living together at the time. He had never been to a Waffle House. I had never been to a Waffle House. And when we get together, we eat on each other's stupidity and do really, really dumb, stupid things. We decided to go to a Waffle House because we want. So we looked up where the closest Waffle House was to us. Turns out it was in Scranton, Pennsylvania, which was almost a 6-hour drive. So he worked. His schedule was Tuesday to Saturday, and I worked Monday through Friday. So the only way we could get this to work is if we drove down to a Waffle House 6 hours away, ate there, turned around, and drove back all in one shot. So he got home at like 9 o'clock on a Saturday. We left as soon as he got back, so like at that 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. Drove the 5 or 6 hours down there. Chose a weekend specifically that was on daylight savings time, so we'd get an extra hour added to our trip. He and his girlfriend came along, and it was me alone. My girlfriend didn't want to go for a 12-hour trip to a Waffle House for some reason. We get there, we eat our food, we ask if we can like buy a mug. They say we don't sell mugs, but if you just like kind of put them in your pocket, we're not gonna say anything. So we take our mugs, we get back in the car, they sleep the entire way there, I drive the entire way there, they sleep the entire way back. So for 12 hours straight in the middle of the night, I drove throughout the entire thing to go eat at Waffle House, to turn around and drive back. And it was a great trip. I loved it. Just 12 hours of driving to get to a Waffle House. Fantastic. Waffle House is great, just not at 3 a.m. Lol. Hey, that's when I went. It was 3 a.m. when we got there. You make it sound like you've only been once. It's the only time I've ever been to a Waffle House, man. Frisco Burger, curly fries. This is why you need to walk back the other way to eat new restaurants. Lol. The only time I got food poisoning was at Denny's. I had only one experience with Bob Evans. Food was decent, but service was slow than snail's pace. Lol. Food tour charity stream extravaganza. Sounds like a Harold and Kumar script. It kind of was spooky, yeah. It was like Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. It was like that. But they just slept the entire time, and it was just me driving alone for 12 hours. And my 5-minute Wahoo drive was pretty far for around here. Sounds like Florida man thing to do. It was pretty great, Serge. I have no regrets. Everyone that we told about the trip afterwards told us that we were dumb. Told us that it was stupid. And just why? We had never done something before. We wanted to do it, so we went and we did it. And that's all there was to it. I once drove to Boston for donuts from Ottawa, Canada with a couple of friends. They didn't even have Boston cream donuts. But see, you get it though, Keeper of Maps, you do it. There's a Waffle House 5 minutes from me. Little youth is crazy, low. Been trained for a while, I have to drive very fast for silly reasons. Lunch day events, yeah, that's true. Hey, UBI Works, how's it going? How are things? Beautiful, look at this beautiful Colorado weather. Do you want to pick a chat name, color, type / color to see options? I'm so down UFO, I would absolutely do that. When I was a kid, man, one of my dreams, I wanted to be that guy Adam from Man vs. Food. And I just wanted to travel the country eating obscene amounts of quantities of food. Like, that's what I'm here for. Remember a friend falls asleep on a trip with me driving and I played Deuce cranked up to 11? Alright, let me ask, I gotta poll the chat. Let me ask this one. If you're going on a road trip, right, and it's just you and a buddy, if you're not driving and it's a 12-hour road trip, I'm not talking about like a 72-hour road trip, right? You're not allowed to fall asleep, right? I love that show. It was awesome, Team Biz the Kid. But right, on like a 12-hour road trip, like neither party can fall asleep. You both have to stay up together. You're in it together, you gotta ride or die together. You switch off drivers if you want, you don't if you don't. But either way, the driver's responsibility to drive and the passenger's responsibility to just keep them awake and keep them entertained. Did I spy a baby watermelon squash earlier? Was it Sasquatch? It was bamboozling UBI-Works. I thought it was a watermelon. I went to throw it on the ground to squash it because that's fun to do with watermelons, only to find out it was a squash. Stay and help was an extra set of eyes, cowards. Lol. Singing at the top of my lungs for the whole 12 hours. Perfect, Miz. That's fine by me. We can do that. You and I, Miz, will sing a duet, drive for 12 hours. That's all you gotta do. You keep each other awake. That's what I'm saying. Nope, he was like, I'm passing out. Thanks for chauffeuring us to Scranton, Pennsylvania. Lol. You're always a random color every day means you haven't picked yet? Ah, 100% I'd sleep and I'd have... my friend got peeved at me and said he stayed awake when I drove. Lol. Yeah, that sounds about right, Kuba. That's apparently it's the New England mentality. You just sleep. We have to sleep shifts on the way back because Vermont has some really deep ditches next to the road. Oh, I know, Keeper Maps. I went to school up in Vermont. Beautiful country up there, but very, very dangerous. That and people drive like maniacs on 89. Depends how much you like your friend. Lol. Slipped and farted in my sleep while on a Greyhound bus. That one passenger told me when I woke up. Nice UFO pizza delivery. Nice, nice. I agree 12 hours with a sleeping passenger is unacceptable, right? I had 2 passengers though, Tetrium, 2 of them. And they both slept the entire time. It was him and his girlfriend that I drove all the way to Pennsylvania. Didn't do anything else because it was 2 o'clock in the morning, nothing was open. Went to a Waffle House, ate, left at 2 o'clock in the morning. because we ate for an hour in daylight savings time, and then we headed home. That's what 3 days of bus station food does to you. Man, I gotta tell you, UFO, those mega buses and those Greyhounds were so hit or miss. I used to use them all the time back in college because I didn't have a car up with me at school, and my girlfriend was going to school 3 states away. So if I wanted to visit her for like a weekend or something, I had to take the mega bus. Half the time, no problem at all. You get on the bus, you'd ride through, nothing bad ever happened. The worst mega bus trip I was ever on, there was a new driver that did not know the route and got lost trying to find Providence, Rhode Island. And she had to have people on the bus try to direct her on which way to go, except for the fact that the people on the bus were from Vermont, not from Rhode Island, so they didn't know where they were either. So we pulled off early. We were in like Pawtucket, and she had no idea how to get back to the road. She ended up on a one-way road that was way too small for a bus to be on. It was crazy. It was a crazy time. The drivers are a nightmare on US 50 to rule. Greyhound, I'd rather walk. My trip was 23 hours, and it takes 4 days, 16 hours. Well, it makes me feel better. The trip from Montpelier, Vermont, where I left, to Providence, Rhode Island, where I was headed, was only supposed to be like a 4-hour drive, 4.5-hour drive tops, and that one took me 8 hours because she got lost. We left Ottawa about 9:30 p.m., arrived in Boston at 4 a.m. and waited outside of McDonald's in Cambridge for it to open. McDonald's employees looked at us like we were freaks. So we followed him in when he unlocked the door, waited for the rest of Boston to open off, and left around 11:30 a.m. Fair enough. Fair enough. It depends on where you are in Boston, keeper of maps, but obviously I'm partial. You know, I love the city of Boston. Always cool and fun and everything. Even 30 in the yeah. Boston Commons, rather. Good sign, you know. Like that. Hold on. say, you know, it's not hold on for the tail. Whoa. Hold on, guys. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Thank you very much, Mr. Roboto. To where I needed to, thank you. I wanna thank you. Whoa, video's good now. Hold on, guys. One more second. Alright. Hey, Carla, how's it going? Oh, come on, this hill. On the long and lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can listen to the engine moaning out his wonderful song about the woman or the girl you knew the night before. Alright, hopefully that fixed it. He shot on the road the whole time. I know he was human walking 23 miles every day across the whole country. Finally, the truth comes out. Lol. Be back. Thanks. Alright, sorry about that. Serge, no, that was Turn the Page by Bob Seger, but I do love the white buffalo. That's good stuff. It's good stuff. Hopefully we're back now. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Oh boy. Alright. Hey, we came back in time for that guy to honk at us. How's it going, Carlos Top? Alright. So anyway, like I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted by a black screen, for anyone who might be new here to the channel, just so you know what we're doing, we are currently walking across the continental United States of America. We left Boston, Massachusetts back on May 1st, and we are headed to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. The whole trip is going to span over 3,000 miles, take us anywhere from 5 to 6 months to complete, and we are doing it all eating nothing but food that you can buy at a Subway restaurant chain. All in partnership with a charity organization called Big City Mountaineers, which is a charity that brings kids and adolescents from disinvested communities on adventures in nature and the wilderness. We're also sponsored by Subway now. They're paying for all of our food as we cross across the country. They're donating $10,000 to the Big City Mountaineers charity organization, and they built us a custom made-to-order baby stroller, which is great, because we use a baby stroller to push all of our gear and equipment in so that I don't have to carry it on my back. Also, hi Gracie. Why does it still like Kansas? Nothing ever changes. It's a lot hillier. There's a lot more elevation change here, Carlos Top, for sure, for sure. For some reason, this road reminds me of the road in Dumb and Dumber when they go the wrong way and miss the Rockies. Well, T's here. She just had to get up and run for a second, Gracie. And Lil Blizzy Bling, believe it or not, this probably is the road from Dumb and Dumber. We were in Colorado headed to where like Aspen would be, which is pretty funny. But thanks for the info, Gracie. I appreciate it. Hey, Gecko. Yes and no. We're still dealing with that black screen issue every once in a while. but they're fewer and farther between. But service is like meh right now. We keep going in and out of service, so it's a weird one. That was my bus. Was it, Little Blue? Are you on that bus? All right. Did the wheels on the bus go round and round? Round and round? Round and round. Yes, I believe, in fact, the wheels on the bus did go round and round. Round and round. Round and round. Lol. Whew. I was so lucky this morning though, Gecko. I left my campsite, which was, by the way, just like in the middle of a field somewhere, and walked for about 2 miles, and I found a grocery store there that was selling water and ice, so I was able to get ice water. And let me tell you, the days that you have ice water versus the days you don't, so good, so good. Looks like trees up ahead if you need a shade break. I think we're all right for now, giving it a fly. I try not to take a break until I'm at least like 3 hours into walking. But yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of options for trees coming up. You ever go crazy from seeing nothing but miles and miles of corn for the past 2 months? Well, the trick is, Carla, is I started out crazy, so you can't really go crazy once you've already been crazy, if that makes sense. But do I go crazier? Maybe a little bit. I expected the Rocky Mountains to be a little rockier than this. I was thinking the same thing, that John Denver is full of crap, man. Lol. I love that movie. I love that movie, Brass Monkeys. It's been one of my favorites since I was a child. I heard ice water is bad for breathing though. Maybe, Harrison Jace? Luckily I'm not doing anything super cardiovascularly intensive, so my breathing is fine until I'm going up a hill. But man, ice water just feels so good on the back of the throat going down. Welcome to Arizona from Arizona. No, we're still in Colorado, but we're close. Round and round till one becomes less round, deformed, popped. The bus veered off the road, road caught fire, and everyone on the bus. Oh, well that's dark, Ziggy. You're crazy just for doing this whole walk? Exactly, you know? Well, and yeah, but the next state we're going into, James 31, is Arizona. So I could see why you might think this was Arizona. Very arid still. Feels so good on the back of the throat going down. Big pause. It do though, Harrison Jace. However sus it might sound, it do feel so good on the back of the throat going down. Looking forward to seeing the desert. Yeah, me too, in a weird kind of way. Because like half of me does not want to be in the desert as it sounds like it's going to be torture, but the other half of me is excited for new experiences, so let's do it, I guess. I think we timed it out just right though, that we're going to be like coming through Arizona in September, and we won't be hitting the Mojave Desert until like October, which sounds like a good time to go through the desert. Are you going down the 350? I have no idea. I very rarely plan very far ahead, more than like a couple of days. I know I'm basically on 50 straight to La Junta. At some point I'm going to turn off of 50 and head down 10 towards, I think, like Wallensburg. After La Junta, and then through Pagosa Springs, through Durango, down to Four Corners, through Navajo Nation, and then whatever else I see in northern Arizona, I guess. Staying north of Flagstaff. We're gonna walk in between like Flagstaff and the Grand Canyon to depending on how much time we have, we might take a stop, a little detour to the Grand Canyon, but who knows? We'll figure it out. The important thing, Harrison Jace, is it's not as hot as it is during the summer. You're zooming today? Yeah, we're feeling it, WikiBits. We're feeling it. We are actually, I think we got a pretty good pace going today. And we haven't had to stop nearly as many times for tech difficulties, so I think we're doing good. Ken's gonna start to get you into some interesting terrain. How hot is it today? Not bad, Carla. It's in the low 90s. I don't think it's quite there yet, but it will get into the low 90s. Very, very manageable. Because it's very, very dry out here. I tell you what, Carlo, it doesn't matter to me anymore. What anyone says, I think we have it the roughest in New England and on the East Coast. Humidity definitely makes the hot temperatures way, way, way worse. We love a big shoulder, that we do, Build and I. Like, I mean, I was walking through 104 degrees in Kansas, and it was tough, don't get me wrong. It was still miserable, hated experience, but I was able to walk through it. Like, I was able to actually survive walking through 104 degrees. 104 degrees back in Massachusetts, with the humidity back there, I would literally be dead. Like, I couldn't even be outside. Brutal. Too dry, time to hydrate. Will do, Gracie. Minute here sucks all summer. Yep. It ain't good. But anyway, here's the nipple. And that's good ice water. I feel bad about wasting it on the street now. I'm just gonna look at it for a second. Sorry for the loss. Whew. But it's like, I don't think I've seen over 30% humidity since I left like Salina, Kansas, which has been awesome and made it super manageable. Doodad dance. Whoa. Constantly on the lookout for somewhere I can throw some trash away too, by the way. If anyone sees anything that looks trashy, let me know. I do not want to litter, and I will never litter. I care about this environment too much to litter. But I don't want to be carrying around an empty bag of ice. Also, for the record, I have seen way more sunflowers in the state of Colorado than I did in Kansas, which claims to be the sunflower state. Just saying. Have you seen any rattlesnakes on your way? Hey, USA. Yes, but only dead ones. Yeah. Yep. I've seen, I think, 4 dead snakes since I've entered Colorado. One of them was just a garter snake, so that's nothing. The other 3, I could not identify what they were. One of them had really, really big eyes, which tells me that it is not venomous. And that's probably one of them, I don't know, bug catching snakes. But one of them was in fact a rattlesnake, yep. Gross. And let me tell you, man, I do not want to see any more rattlesnakes, and I definitely don't want to see any live ones. I am all set. To be honest with you, man, even seeing the dead one on the side of the road skeeved me out so much that I'm now walking like a couple feet away from the grass line, because I just don't want anything jumping out at me while I walk by. Who's taking out the snakes? Mostly cars. Although, to be fair, it's the only form of roadkill I've seen so far in the state of Colorado. I did see 1 dead bird, actually, and about 4 dead snakes. Surprisingly, though, best state for like lack of roadkill, like the least amount of roadkill I've seen in any state was Kansas, interestingly enough. Kansas had like no roadkill. It was really nice. Especially coming out of Missouri, which had more roadkill than I think every other state on this trip combined. They like to warm themselves on the pavement. Yep, and then the cars take them out. But you know what? That's fine by me. If it's a rattlesnake or a venomous snake, like, I don't want to deal with them. Let the cars take them out. Gross. I just don't want to die on this trip, I'll be honest with you. It's like my #1 goal. #2, make it to Santa Monica. #1, don't die. Some of these 1960 jokes make you think, lol, why did the farmers paint the inside of the chicken coop to keep the hens from picking the grains out of the wood? What? In a really long in a very long roundabout way, we were going to a Subway, yeah. Unfortunately, we're in one of them Subway droughts again, present moment. The last one we went to yesterday in Lamar, Colorado. The next one wasn't for 60 miles, 58 miles. I think it was like 57.8 to be exact. In La Junta, Colorado. So we're just making our way downtown towards La Junta. Amazes me how dumb deer can be crossing the roads while a car coming at them. Well, Harrison Jace, I told the story about the one time a deer hit me. I was picking my brother up from the airport late at night, and we were driving back home. And where we lived was kind of in the middle of the woods. And so I was driving the speed limit. We came around the corner, and there were 2 deer, just a fawn and its mom, sitting right there in the middle of the road. So in my lane, so I slammed on the brakes, swerved into the other lane of traffic, and managed to stop just before where they were, so that I didn't hit them. And it was awesome because they were just standing still at deer and headlights. And then after like 3 seconds of being at a complete stop and just looking at the deer and the deer looking at us, the fawn panicked and ran headfirst right into the front of the car. Just completely dented the hood of the car. Stupid deer. Chickens eat grain, wood grain. Oh, wow, a stretch. Oh, I got that. Okay, I got it, Gecko. I get it. I just had to have it explained. Lol. I've had 2 incidences where deer ran into the side of my car. Why did they do it? It's like a deer in headlights panic, stands still until the panic is resolved, then it decides to run straight into the car. What do things move very fast in straight lines? Lol. Hey, Dr. Pretorius. Good morning. How has Colorado been treating you so far? So far, so good. A little bit more hills than I was used to in Kansas. Signal's been, you know, here or there. But I gotta tell you, the landscape is beautiful. A lot of wildlife, a lot of livestock, a lot of animals, a lot of clear blue open skies, and the weather has been beautiful. So I can't complain. All this deer talk makes me want venison now. Whoa. Oh, I've had venison a lot, Harrison. It's a good meat. It's fine. Gamier than like a steak, but that's about it. They're not the most intelligent of creatures, no. Why should you never brush your teeth with your left hand? Because a toothbrush works better? Lol. I like that one, Gecko. Did you get the deer's insurance information for the damage to your car? No. I think it was underaged because it took off running before I could get its information, Carla. Had to report it to the police, hit and run. Hills in Colorado? Who would have thought, Gracie? Who would have thought? Listen, I was actually expecting eastern Colorado to be just as flat as Kansas was, and basically there to be no hills until you hit the Rockies. Because if you go to Denver, that's exactly what you see. It's just, if you look right, if you look east rather, it's all flatlands. If you look left, there's all of a sudden just giant 14,000 foot high mountains right next to you. It's kind of crazy. What do you mean by gamier than steak? It's kind of like a rubberier texture. Like it's chewier. That's what you mean by gamier. I think it's just got a higher oil content in the meat, which makes it just like, gives it more of a rubber consistency. Had a deer run into the driver's side of my car just went west of Atlanta back in 1976. My mom had a deer run into the car, or she hit a deer, or I don't know, it depends on whose version of the story you believe. Well, she was pregnant with me, so I don't know if that helps explain anything. Alright, there we go. Sorry about the typo. Sorry about... the first deer didn't make it, the second deer apparently did, but almost ran into the traffic before disappearing into the forest. Ambulance attendant for the first one asked me if it was a big deer. I said no, and she said too bad, I was going to, Robot again. Alright, hold on. Three, boop. Alright, hopefully that fixes the robot. It's better, but now black. Alright, wait a second, see if it fixes. I guess I should have just waited a second, but I guess I restarted. No, we should be fine. He's in Colorado, it's flat and mountainous and west, same in New Mexico. Yeah, all gooder. Thanks, guys. Alright. Alrighty, right. Keep on going. Giddy up, mule. Hey, thanks, Gecko. Lol. Oh. Also, by the way, Gecko, I wanted to take a second and thank you on stream again for the charity challenge yesterday, man. It was a lot of fun. I wish the signal was better. I wish we could have kept on streaming for a little bit longer, but I appreciate your kind donation to the charity, man. You and everyone else that participated in the event. I believe Danger Tater, my mom, and Aaron Elsner also participated. Really, really nice of you guys. Thank you very much. Whew. All right. Also, I must urinate again. All good. Hopefully we can do it again later. Yeah, that'd be cool. Mule, what a great idea. Can you get a mule to pull the cart? I don't see why not, Progo Buchan. I mean, I then have to carry all sorts of gear for taking care of the mule and, you know, mule food, whatever they eat. Or I guess I could just feed the mule Subway. That might work. I don't think mules can digest meat, though, so only veggie subs for the mule. And then we just kind of like let him walk on the side of the road with us. We can mount the camera to his head and live stream the whole thing. Then you would have a pal. Yeah. And then I would name him Eddie Murphy in honor of Donkey from Shrek. Maybe a couple of goats, they can eat Subway. That's a weird question. Maybe it's a question I don't even want to answer. Maybe I shouldn't ask it, but can goats eat meat? Like, I know goats' digestive tract can digest about anything, like metal and gross stuff like that, but can they eat meat? And if so, is there ever a future in which we create a breed of carnivorous goats that then take over the world? That's the real question. How afraid do I have to be of carnivorous goats? Every time I robots, I literally hum Mr. Robot without fail. Well, that's nice. Does that mean that it's roboted, Ziggy? I've seen a chicken eating McNuggets on Nature is Metal. Gross. Hey, Shart in the Dark, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, we're in Colorado, man. We've been in Colorado for a couple of days now. I'm out for a bit. Pilot frowns on using films. Google says no meat or dairy for goats. Oh. Goat eat meat, don't ask Tom Brady. Don't know, ask Tom Brady. Lol. Just an observation. Oh, I got you, Ziggy, no worries. Hey, I don't mind. Hope you're doing good, Sean. How long till you reach the mountains? That's a good question, man. I don't actually know. I don't know when it starts being mountains in Colorado. I know we're about 50 or so miles, a little more than 50 miles in. Well, no, it's got to be more than that, right? No, that's probably about right. We're about 50 miles into the state of Colorado, and I have not seen the Rockies yet, so I don't know when they're going to show up. Here we go. Lol. Yeah, she was visiting my brother out in North Dakota, Gecko, and now she's flying back home from North Dakota. Tom Brady is the Masked Singer. Lol. In the old cartoons, ghosts were often shown eating tin cans. Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, their stomachs can't digest a tin can, but their digestive tract is so powerful that they can pass a tin can. So, like, they can eat a tin can and have it pass right up through their body, which is gross, by the way. They do that with meat. I think you'll see them well in advance. I think so too, Ziggy, but, like, when? Aren't we well in advance right now, I think? So if the entire state of Colorado is about 460, a little over 460 miles wide, right? I think the Rockies show up about halfway through. They're like right in the dead center of the state, right? So we should really only have another couple, like 100 miles left or something before we can see them. Because I'm assuming you can see them like 100 miles out. I don't know. On the other side of the 25, the major interstate going north-south, it should get mountainous based on prior road trips. Oh, sweet. Thanks, Shot in the Dark. I'll keep my eyes out. Hogs can eat meat, but I doubt you get a hog to pull your cart. Maybe a couple of them? 2 pigs? Pigs can eat anything. Plus, I feel like a pig sometimes when I'm just sleeping out here in the middle of nowhere. So it'd be nice to have company that felt like my own. My second grade teacher had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and had goats, and they ate the entire top of her convertible. Oh, God. Could you imagine paying money for a fancy car just to have it eaten by goats? That'd be rough. We're overthinking, get a few sled dogs. Booga Beacon, why is it the only thing I can think of when you say get a few sled dogs is just the grating sound of a sled being dragged on pavement. Just the scraping of, I don't know, wooden sled treads or metal sled treads on pavement. So let's give a whole synopsis here of what we're dealing with. I don't know how well we're going to be able to see this because I am still connected to the stroller, but this is it. I also don't know what you guys are looking at, so I'm doing my best here. This is the stroller. This is the back. This is what my gear and setup looks like. Got a couple of water bottles, got the Subway branding. This is the other side of it. I'd like to show you guys the front, but again, I'm connected by cables, so I can't see. And there we go. Congrats on the new setup. Hope things run smoothly for you. Well, thank you very much. It is a huge boy, Tim. It is huge. How's your followers going? Been going up? Yeah, sure, Davey. I think we're right around 3,000 right now, just shy of it. Oh, that person was not paying attention. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, Kukuluku, how's it going? Where are you today? Right now we just left Junction City, Kansas. Walk. The camera angle makes it look like you're in a wheelchair with a, oh goodness, Britt. Nope, just pushing a stroller, just push. Get that out of there. That's my foam roller, my leg roller. Martin Cocab 9, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. I am. How's it going? Is this your RAV4? Did you drive out here?
Yeah. So we just figured we were in the area. We'd stop for lunch.
Where are you? Okay. Where are you driving out? What?
What's up?
Just for funsies?
Well, no, we had to have lunch.
No, but I mean, why are you in Missouri?
To have lunch with you.
Oh, okay. That's why. Hey guys, these are my parents that apparently drove out here from Massachusetts that I did not know about.
Subway. Well, again, I did deploy troops to Afghanistan. You carried on 2 hours past yesterday, which meant you screwed us today.
Why? How did I do that?
Because we were going to meet you at the Subway and have ice cream.
His finger and his thumb in the shape of an L on his forehead. But the years start coming and they won't stop coming. Head to the ruler, they hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back seats? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Sorry about that. Gotcha.
And he drove by you, so he called me up and he's like, "Hey man, gotta go check, you know, because we're a group of believers and we all live together."
Okay.
And share everything together.
Sure.
Like a community type thing.
Yep.
And but we're actually believers and we believe in the Bible and stuff like that too.
Gotcha. Cool.
But he's like, "Yeah, he looks like a nice man. You gotta go talk to him, see what." So I jumped in my vehicle and came out here to see what was going on.
Hey man, yeah, I appreciate that. No.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would invite you home, but
yeah, I appreciate it, but yeah,
you're
in the middle of the trip.
Thing that you're doing, but
I'll take that. Yeah.
If you ever get tired or anything, check out our website that's on here. Just a little thing about us.
Okay.
And then on the back here, we got a little website over here. And any of the.
So again, I can't get too far away because I'm tethered to it. But this is the setup we have. We have the tent in the front right here, sleeping bag on top of that, all our electronics and geared, waterproofed in the plastic bin down there, nice rubber wheels. We got the camera mounting setup up here, and then our bag with everything in it right there as well. And that's the whole setup, that's the whole shebang. Adventures in Nature and Wilderness. So
That's
the
cool.
phone. I'm actually live streaming the whole thing too. We got like 100 people watching right now and everything, so.
That's cool. Okay, well, we just wanted to make sure you'd have an actual baby in there because
Nope.
we're concerned.
Tent, sleeping bag, and hiking gear.
Perfect. Okay, we'll walk safe and stay dry and get the best we can, okay?
Perfect, thank you very much. Yeah, nice meeting you. Walking across the country, you know, like any normal person.
Fucking awesome. Fucking Forrest Gump, man.
Yeah?
Shit. I just watched Forrest Gump the other day at work. At the other night. Yeah.
There you go.
Woo! Fuck.
Oh, it's a big one.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
What keeps you going?
These guys in here, like I said, I got a whole bunch of people watching us along the ways. They're here for the journey. They're fun to talk to. They keep me distracted on the miles I'm walking.
Oh, okay.
So.
Am I distracting you?
No, you're good. You're good. I stop in here for the view. It's beautiful.
Sorry to bother you eating.
No worries.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful out here. Yeah, I'm from the reservation right over there.
Oh, no kidding. The Seneca? Just walked through there all yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Did I see you?
I don't know.
Where'd you come from?
So I was on 20.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Can I do a foot-long Italian herbs and cheese?
Okay, Sean.
Yeah, I'm currently walking across the country.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Oh, no kidding. How'd you hear about it?
Someone told me about you.
Oh, no kidding. I was going to give you a business card. Here, yeah, look at that.
Thank you so much.
No problem. That's awesome.
I'm surprised. I didn't think it was real.
Oh, no kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I left yesterday. Yesterday was the first day, and we're how is there more uphill? Hold on. I think I'm good for the day.
Alright, we usually stop and check on people that look like they may be in distress.
No, I appreciate that, man. That's awesome.
We're actually with a group called Subway 12 Lives Matter. And we
Okay.
usually invite people in our home, feed them Subways and stuff. But I just want to let you know you guys need to chew and cow to And if you would, mind going to subway12livesmatter.com, looking to see what we have to offer. Give it a shot.
Okay.
We're going to give you a free gift just to consider. Yeah, like you got a weekend.
So you must be Richie Slammer then.
Sure am, buddy.
Nice to meet you. I don't know. All right, there we go. That took way more groin flexibility than I usually have. Please don't worry. Wait, what did I just stumble into? What is this? What's happening? Hey, look, another police officer. Oh, I think he's coming to talk to us. Yeah, he's definitely coming to talk to us. Going well. How about yourself?
We just got a couple complaints of
Oh, I'm trying to stay off the road as much as possible, yeah.
That's the only thing I'm here for.
No, I appreciate it.
I know you're moving it pretty good, so yeah, that's all I want to tell you. There's nothing else. Just be careful. Once you get past here, once you get to Eureka,
it opens. Feeling like a freak on a leash. Why is my nipple coming off? Squeeze that back on. There we go. Electronic Adventures in Nature and Wilderness. So
That's
that's
cool.
all. I'm actually live streaming the whole thing too. We got like 100 people watching right now and everything. So
Well, that's cool. Okay, well, we just wanted to make sure you didn't have an actual baby in there because
Nope.
people were concerned.
tent, sleeping bag, and hiking gear.
Perfect. Okay, well, walk safe and stay dry just as much as you can, okay?
Perfect. Thank you very
Have a
much.
good one.
Yeah, nice meeting you. Wait, what did I just stumble into? What is this? What's happening? Gotcha.
And he drove by you, so he called me up and he's like, "Hey man, gotta go check, you know, because we're a group of believers and we all live together
Okay.
and share everything together.
Sure.
Like a community type thing.
Yep.
And but we're actually believers and we believe in the Bible and stuff like that too.
Gotcha. Cool.
But he's like, "Yeah, he looks like a nice man. You gotta go talk to him, see what so I jumped in my vehicle and came out here to see what was going on."
Hey man, yeah, I appreciate that. No.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would invite you home, but
Yeah, I appreciate it, but yeah,
you're
in the middle of the trip.
thing that you're doing, but
I'll take that, yeah.
if you ever get tired or anything, check out our website that's on here. Just a little thing about us.
Okay.
And then on the back here, we got a little website over here. And any of the
We're doing it. I don't know. It's cool. All right, there we go. That took way more groin flexibility than I usually have. Martin CoCab 9, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. I am. How's it going? Is this your RAV4? Did you drive out here?
Yeah. So we just figured
All right. Hey, Reen, how's it going? So, oh god. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I don't know what was going on. Finally, a little. You bushy yet or still stubbly? Lol. Welcome back. Thanks, Gecko. Sorry about that, guys. I have no idea what's going on with this whole black screen issue. Trying to figure it out, but I have no idea what it even could be. So, generally, who knows? Let's see. The lack of corn is making the signal cut out. It's probably accurate, black. And Cornelius is trying his best to keep the corn count up, but he's just one cob. What can he do? Well, most of the little uphill section. Nope. The commercial brakes. Lol. The woman finder is not in the viewer list. Listen, I plead Ziggy, I will not say anything that could incriminate myself. Well, all right, I gotta pee though, and I realized that I should have peed you guys back, but I gotta pee. That was a nice little pee break. Carrie's cuter. Yeah. That's the answer, right? Don't answer cow question. Lola, it's a yes, then no, or you have to say no for sure. Which woman? Acid. We ran into there was a really nice, I think she was a sheriff's office or a police officer that had stopped us on the side of the road to talk to us for a bit, so she was nice. Hey, Dane's mom, how's it going? The biggest hurdle I've had to cross? There was that, it ended up being like a 140-mile stretch in Kansas where there were no subways. And while we were in it, it got up to 104 degrees. We didn't stay in any hotel for like 7 days of severe heat, and no fresh food was probably the biggest one. Was she hot? I plead the fifth. Sorry about we were doing karaoke. Oh, no worries. I'm down. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Yeah, I also need to eat lunch right now after I just peed, so it's probably a good idea to shake, shake, shake. Just say it. I'm so just gotta force that all the way back up in there. Yep. There's a bag of chips too. For that, I'll just shove that wherever it fits, you know. Wherever it fits. And we go screw back down, zip it back up, everything's good to go. You guys off to the side of the road just a little bit here. Just deal with that. So what we had to do, Dane's mom, is we had to walk for like 5 or 6 minutes, leave her, and then tune to 5, and then walk after the heat is. And then we got through the lack of Subway by eating our dehydrated Subway bits that were our family made back home. Touch your sweaty willy, then touch your food. Good idea. Yep. Plead the fifth means you rate the female 5 out of 5. Is that what that means, Anonymous? I'm pretty sure plead the fifth just means I refuse to give an answer on grounds of I don't want to incriminate myself. Whee! All right. Now we're off the road, and I can. So right now it's not so bad. It's day old, so you know that's edible. That's a day old. And nothing but chicken and just cat. When's the next resale day? 50,000. Oh, sweet. Well, thanks, Colorado viewer. I appreciate that. Now it looks good. Yeah. It's weird, dude. If you take a step off the road, you lose signal like crazy. But we're just gonna keep on moving. I put my bag of chips away. Hey, Chunky Pup, how's it going? Don't choke trying to walk and eat. I won't. I'll try my best anyway not to. That's better. A perfect view of them McDonald's fries. Oh, yeah. That's what we got going on. Chatty Lack, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. I used both hands to pee, Miz. I need them both for aiming. You can see it in good conditions and daylights. I should clarify, I'm from Los Angeles and looking forward to you passing through. Oh, awesome, Colorado viewer, man. I hope I get to see you. I hope I get to meet you, man. I'd have to look it up. I don't know if there's a subway out there, but if there's a subway at Los Angeles, we'll get a sub, man. All right. Thanks, sweet friends, will do. I'm just stuffing my face here on stream. Yeah, I'm headed to the one in La Junta, Colorado viewer. That's where I'm headed right now. We should be getting there tomorrow by the end of the day, actually, which is good. It'll be good to get some fresh food. Believe it or not, Subway tastes way better the day that you buy it than it does 3 days after. 2 hands on that foot long. Low. Looks like nothing to sub that wilts and spoils over time. Just a variety of meats. That's smart. It's exactly it, Sonnet. There's just bacon and chicken. That's all we got in there. Thanks, Raheen. I will. Welcome to Twitch. Don't stray too far. Yeah. So, my sandwich. Miz, I tried to stop to show you something interesting, but there was like an old rodeo farm for where they used to like herd the cattle that was there, made of wood and metal and all that good stuff. So I was trying to show you guys that, but I guess it was too choppy to stay there. Okay. Yes, Dane's mom, yep. If I stop for fresh sandwiches, I get veggies then, and also if there's only like a day between that Subway and the next Subway, I'll get veggies on the sandwiches I need to get through that day. But when it's a 3-day stretch like this, I don't trust the veggies not to go bad, unfortunately. If you landed on in Santa Monica on 10/23, does that mean you'll be home and throwing a Halloween party for us East Coasters? Maybe. That sounds like fun. What are your go-to condiments? Depends on what I'm eating. Short in the dark, I'm about to change your life forever. Down south, there is a condiment that they put on hot dogs called chow chow, and it's relished peppers. And it is so good that I try to buy it whenever I can, wherever I can, and throw it on every hot dog I'll ever eat ever again. It's good stuff. 3 lines of every sauce. Lol. Hey G, how's it going, man? What's the longest day old food you had? Harrison J's, I think the longest I've ever done was 4 days. I try not to hold food for any longer than 3 days. Anything other than that, we go to the dehydrated Subway bits. And I mean, those bits are good for months. I've had month-old bits. Pretty sure I was eating bits the other day that were back in like May. Hey, woo! We got honked at again. More of a burger person than a hot dog. That's fair, Raheen. Me too. I kind of like burgers more. I put chow chow on all kinds of stuff. It's so good, Dane's mom. And I never had it before I went to Savannah, Georgia. Coincidentally, my favorite city I've ever visited, outside of Boston, by the way. Sounds yummy. Relish peppers. It's so good. So good. All right. Just to wrap that up and stuff it somewhere where it's not going to get lost. There. That'll work right there. Perfect. Oh, they are Dane's mom. I live about an hour and a half from Savannah. It's beautiful there. But when I say bits, my family back home bought a whole bunch of Subway subs. They took the meat and veggies outside and dehydrated meat and veggies bits. Oh, I white. Gross. I gotta pick a beard hair out of my sandwich before I eat it. Heard it here first. Dane's mom lives in the hub of excellence. Mary's Milk Monsters makes her own jalapeno pepper jam. Looks bloody amazing. Sadly, I'm in the UK, but if I were in the US, I'd live on that stuff. Memers, I have never heard of Mary's Milk Monsters. What is that? It's like barbecue Alfredo, but better. Nice. I'm pretty sure I do know Ziggy. Pretty sure I do know. Mary's Milk Monster. Food was not the which tree. I got rated. I do know her. Short fun Mexico. I rated. I thought we were talking about a food brand, not an actual person. My bad. My bad. She also makes soaps for Fight Club. Nice. She's also an amazing young girl. She has built her own e-bike, shed, 20-foot dome. No problem, no problem. So, said memers. Sorry, I'm. What you said about building something. It's pretty. It's a great feeling. So pretty. Oh, good. No, I was special something where it's e-bike or building your own. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh, sweet normal again? Alright. Just a little signal drop. Anthony Palomino 84. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you and welcome to the walk. Is something happening? That's like the third person in a row to honk at us. Generally people only start honking at us after we've been on the news or something. But word about us must be spreading or something because people are honking. All right. Last bite of the sandwich. Maybe they just like honking? I mean, maybe, memers. That guy gave us a, he pointed up at the sky with us. He gave us kind of like, not the finger guns, but kind of the finger guns. You have a sign on your back, we're supposed to tell you. Listen, murderers, I actually thought about it. So there's another guy that I follow on Instagram who walked across the country, I think last year. And he had his baby stroller with a giant sign on front that just said, walking across the country, come to talk. And I thought that like, that's a really good idea. I can't do that with my setup because I can't cover up the subway stuff. I want that shown in the center. But it was probably a good idea to put a sign up that says, you know, I'm walking across the country. It says, oh, everyone. Hey, Shakedown Sheets, how's the walk going today? So far, so good. I feel like we're killing it, man, pace-wise. Service has been, you know, here or there, hit and miss, but we've been doing pretty good. I got no complaints. We blew up a squash that we thought was a watermelon. That happened today. Anthony Palomino likes to honk at people on his semi, so that would probably be him if it was a semi. Cool. It wasn't a semi, but we've been waved at by a couple of semis. Maybe they're talking about us on the CB radio. Maybe that's it. No sign, then people swear trying to read it. That's true. How often do you get police stopping to talk to you? I think it's happened 9 times. Every occasion, police stopping on the side of the road to talk to us getting woken up in our tent in the middle of the night at midnight. So it happens all the time. Hurt my pinky toenails out in the carpet. Oof. Oh, sorry to hear that, Ziggy. You could put something on your bag where you'd have to walk with the traffic over here. Where we have to walk facing the traffic, so not sure how that would work for you. I also power effing again. Alright, hopefully that fixed it. Black screen, those metal barriers must affect your signal. I don't know. Should not be black anymore. Be up and running, I hope. Good-ish. Alright, it's just service issues. Someone just tweeted at us, though. Yeah, perfect. Black screen. Is it black still? It shouldn't be. Hold on, I'm checking. Now we're good. Someone just tweeted at us saying that they just saw us on the side of the road, though. Lisa Shorter. Interesting. Are we biking? Sta 82, no, we are walking across the continental United States of America, but I'm pushing you guys ahead on this beautiful baby stroller here so you stay nice and smooth. But we are walking. I'm good now. I feel like as soon as we start walking, it's going to F because we're going to go down this short little hill and then back up. It always Fs on the hills, but when we get up to the top, it should be good again. So we're going to go. Quick spiel before you move and muck it up. Yes, good idea. So for anyone who might be new here to the channel, just so you know what we're doing, we are currently walking across the entire continental United States of America. We left Boston, Massachusetts back on May 1st, and we're headed to the Santa Monica Pier, Santa Monica. a charity organization called Big. It's a charity organization that takes kids and adolescents from disinvested communities on adventure in the wilderness. And stroller, which is great because we're gearing across the country, so I'm back. Bye. Thank you very much. Doing welcome. Question at F's on hills because when you go downhill, the signal has to travel devices. Signal does not do well traveling through dirt and ground, so it does not make it very well. 60% of spiel. Someone needs to make an emote out of those ghost cars. All right, we're gonna keep on moving, guys. Subway. It's the energy much for this subscription that it's some of you. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that you can hear what I'm saying, but I don't know what you get. Why is my nipple coming off? Squeeze that back on. There we go. Electric walk. The camera angle makes it look like you're in a wheelchair with a... Oh, goodness, Britt. Nope, just pushing a stroller. Just push. Get that out of there. That's my foam roller, my leg roller. Martin Cocab 9, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and welcome to the walk. I am. How's it going? Is this your RAV4? Did you drive out here?
Yeah. So we just figured we were in the area. We'd stop for lunch.
Where are you? Okay. Where are you driving out? What?
What's up?
Just for funsies?
No, we had to have lunch.
No, but I mean, why are you in Missouri?
To have lunch with you.
Oh, okay. That's why. Hey guys, these are my parents that apparently drove out here from Massachusetts that I did not know about.
Subway. Well, again, I could deploy troops if they need to. You carried on 2 hours past yesterday, which meant you screwed us today.
Why? How did I do that?
Because we were going to meet you at the Subway and have ice cream.
So again, I can't get too far away because I'm tethered to it. But this is the setup we have. We have the tent in the front right here. Sleeping bag on top of that. All our electronics and geared, waterproofed in the plastic bin down there. Nice rubber wheels. We got the camera mounting setup up here. And then our bag with everything in it right there as well. And that's the whole setup. That's the whole shebang. We're doing it. Adventures in nature and wilderness. So
That's
have
cool.
fun. I'm actually live streaming the whole thing too. We got like 100 people watching right now and everything, so.
Well, that's cool. Okay, well, we just wanted to make sure you didn't have an actual baby in there because
Nope.
we were concerned.
Tent, sleeping bag, and hiking gear.
Perfect. Okay, well, walk safe and stay dry and get the best you can, okay?
Perfect. Thank you very much. Yeah, nice meeting you. Hey, look, another police officer. Oh, I think he's coming to talk to us. Yeah, he's definitely coming to talk to us. Going well. How about yourself?
We just got a couple complaints on the road.
Oh, I'm trying to stay off the road as much as possible, yeah.
That's the only thing I'm here for.
No, I appreciate it.
I know you're moving it pretty good, so yeah, that's all I want to tell you. There's nothing else. Just be careful. Once you get past here, once you get to Eureka,
it opens. How is there more uphill? Hold on. His finger and his thumb in the shape of an L on his forehead. But the years start coming and they won't stop coming. Head to the ruling, they hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Brain gets smart, but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Sorry about that. Wait, what did I just stumble into? What is this? What's happening? Walking across the country, you know, like any normal person.
Fucking awesome. Fucking Forrest Gump, man.
Yeah?
Shit. I just watched Forrest Gump the other day at work. At Yellow Night. Yeah.
There you go.
Woo! Fuck. I wish I could do that.
Oh, it's a big one.
Yeah.
It's a big one.
What keeps you going?
These guys in here, like I said, I got a whole bunch of people watching us along the ways. They're here for the journey. They're fun to talk to. They keep me distracted on the miles I'm walking.
Oh, okay.
So.
Am I distracting you?
No, you're good. You're good. I stop in here for the view. It's beautiful.
Sorry to bother you eating.
No worries.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful out here. Yeah, I'm from the reservation right over there.
Oh, no kidding. The Seneca? Just walked through there all yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
Did I see you?
I don't know.
Where'd you come from?
So I was on 20. So let's give a whole synopsis here of what we're dealing with. I don't know how well we're going to be able to see this because I am still connected to the stroller, but this is it. I also don't know what you guys are looking at, so I'm doing my best here. This is the stroller. This is the back. This is what my gear and setup looks like. Got a couple of water bottles, got the Subway branding. This is the other side of it. I'd like to show you guys the front, but again, I'm connected by cables, so I can't see. And there we go. Congrats on the new setup. Hope things run smoothly for you. Well, thank you very much. It is a huge boy, Tim. It is huge. Can I do a foot-long Italian herbs and cheese?
okay, Sean.
Yeah, I'm currently walking across the country.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Oh, no kidding. How'd you hear about it?
Someone told me about you.
Oh, no kidding. I was going to give you a business card. Here, yeah, look at that.
Thank you so much.
No problem. That's awesome.
I'm surprised. I didn't think it was real.
Oh, no kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I left yesterday. Yesterday was the first day, and I think I'm good for the day.
Alright, we usually stop and check on people that look like they may be in distress.
No, I appreciate that, man. That's awesome.
We're actually with a group called Subway 12 Lives Matter. And we
Okay.
usually invite people in our home, feed them Subways and stuff. But I just want to let you know you can use tea and cow to and if you would, mind going to subway12lifesmatter.com, looking to see what we have to offer. Give it a shot.
Okay.
We're going to give you a free gift, just to consider. Yeah, but you got to meet you.
So you must be Richie Slammer then.
I sure am, buddy.
Nice to meet you. Gotcha.
And he drove by you, so he called me up and he's like, "Hey man, gotta go check, you know, because we're a group of believers and we all live together.
Okay.
And share everything together.
Sure.
Like a community type thing.
Yep.
And but we're actually believers and we believe in the Bible and stuff like that too.
Gotcha. Cool.
But he's like, "Yeah, he looks like a nice man. You gotta go talk to him, see what that's why I jumped in my vehicle and came out here to see what was going on."
Hey man, yeah, I appreciate that. No.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would invite you home, but
yeah, I appreciate it, but yeah.
You're
in the middle of the trip.
Thing that you're doing, but
I'll take that, yeah.
if
All right, I think we're back. All right, we made it up to the top of the hill. Sorry guys, that was a really interesting time for a second there. They were doing road construction there. I had to get around like some Jersey barriers, put me on some really thin roads. But anyway, Lab Tails, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you and welcome to the walk. Star82R, thank you very much for the 6 months worth of subscription. That is so crazy. I really, really appreciate it. Hold on. He was invited into a cult. Yeah, that happened. And only walking, not hiking, biking, or anything. And yeah, no, only walking. So to answer some questions, I saw some questions, I forget what they were. Animal Groin asked if we considered flying out west and moving west-east. Yes, we did consider it, Animal Groin. The reason that we didn't, however, is because there are a lot of random weather factors that you have to take into account on this trip. Those major weather factors being snow in the Rockies, heat in the desert, and tornadoes and Tornado Alley are the big three. West, actually, there was a window where you were going to dump all of those. You would have had to either dealt with summer heat in the desert or in the Rockies, or walking through Tornado Alley in peak season. But the way that we planned this going east to west, we were able to dodge all of those weather markers and do the trip safely. Yep, I honked at you. Hey, Anthony Palomino. I heard you honk. I waved back at you. I hope you saw me, man. How's it going? Blaine420, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you and welcome to the walk. You think they would have grabbed him if he wasn't? No. They, cults, cults, communes, whatever you want to call them, wing to, oh God, wing to RN. They try to attract you with honey more than or whatever the saying is. Honey attracts flies, or honey attracts bees, whatever. My point is, they try to be sweet to you and not be mean or forceful, and that's how they try to indoctrinate you. But what they do is they try to find people that are either homeless or people that look like they're lost in their lives, and they try to take advantage of that lost kind of feeling that they're experiencing and try to have them find their place with them in their group, right? So I read into it a little bit, and it turns out that this particular group has a history of trying to target through hikers, people that are like hiking on the Appalachian Trail or everywhere else like that, because they're more easily swayed to come and visit them. Yeah, that too. Doesn't think that he was actually. He told me his name actually, which is Hebrew for to wrestle. Found a dude walked from Virginia to Cali, posted in the Discord. Nice! Religion living together sounds sus already. Yep. Pretending not lost since 2000. Yeah, I mean, if you're a confident man, they're not gonna want you. If you're a confident person, Mayor of Canada, and you're confident in who you are, where you are, and what you got going on, they're not gonna want any part of you. They target the people. They target the lost puppies. That's what I like to call them. Can't believe you hadn't had a drink thrown at you yet. That has happened to me twice in my life. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ziggy. I've had cow poop thrown at me, if that counts. Lots and lots of cow poop thrown at us. Hey, Derek East, how's it going? Just like so much cow poop just slung at us from the sides of trucks carrying cows. Cows don't like us. That's the conclusion I've come to. When I try to talk to them on the side of the road, when I try to moo at them, start a conversation, there's no interest. All they do is throw their poop at me. It's a big road. Yes, sir, it is. This is Highway 50, moving westward down through Colorado. Just visit and live stream it 24/7. Lol. Something tells me that their group probably does not want a whole lot of cameras around Foxy Grandpa, which is like why, like what T said when I mentioned that I was live streaming and that I was filming it, he got a lot more terse with what he had to say. Sharing everything. Lol. All right. It makes you feel better. I wouldn't throw my poop at you if I drove by. Hey, you know what? It does, Ziggy, actually. You know, I thought that you wouldn't, but hearing out loud, like vocalizing it, man, it does make me feel better. It's always nice to know that my friends don't want to throw poop at me. Thanks, see, it helps. See, I love that. Yeah. Which state had the most cow poop beltings? Kansas, definitely Kansas. Kansas had the most cow poop beltings. So why does the signal cut out on hills? I missed the answer because it was effing then. All right. The way signal works is it works like a, what's the guy's name? A Farron radius, right? The cell tower, it shoots up and goes out and kind of curves back in like that, right? It's the same shape that a transformer makes when talking about electrical current, right? Because of that shape, if I'm on a hill, right, and it's trying to bend down, it now has to try to move through the dirt of that hill, and signal does not, radio waves in general, or waves in general, do not travel through dirt or solid mass very well at all. So because of the shape of the hill and because of the way the signal comes in to meet the devices, it just doesn't really work out very well when there's a lot of up and downs on the terrain. You're way too nice. There's some lawless towns in California. Well, we'll see them, Wingtar, and if there are. Science Talk with Sean. Lol. Show me Grand Canyon someday and stream because I can't go to the US. I'll try my best, Eric East. We're going to walk right by it. And it's entirely dependent on how much time we have left because we have to make it to Santa Monica Pier by October 23rd. So we may take a pit stop and see the Grand Canyon. In and what state you walk into. Hey Elric, how's it going? And welcome to the world of needing a balloon above you to fly the aerial on. Lol. Alright. Let's talk with Sean. That's funny. I sucked all the water out of my Camelback, and now I'm just thirsty. So very thirsty. Sad face. I still have plenty of water, but now I have to like bend down to get to it, and oh my god, it's just such an endeavor. Back from call, screen went black, put his back low. Oh, nice. Okay, thanks T. Yes, we're in Colorado now, but we're walking all the way from Boston, Massachusetts to the Santa Monica Pier in Santa Monica, California. Alright, good. So I was just talking to myself for a while there. That's okay. I'm pretty cool, so I can handle myself, I guess. Hey, Beat Bookie, how's it going? Are we in a mini sub-drought? Kind of, sort of, Gecko. It's 57.8 miles, right around roughly 60 miles in between subway locations. So yes, we are in a subway drought, I guess. On a cycling in there? Unfortunately, Derek, I don't have the legs for cycling. I got too many leg disorders. Makes walking hard enough, let alone cycling. Ugh. Also, Derek East, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, and a welcome to the one. 60 miles a mere hour. If you're driving, sure. 3 days if you're walking, as it turns out. But we can hold sandwiches for 3 days, so that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad at all. Where's the next subway? Mida, the next subway is in La Junta, Colorado. Which is a fun town to say the name of. We know most of what you're gonna say anyways, and what we don't know is fun to make up. Fair enough. Leg disorders, yeah, I have a couple of leg disorders. So do you think you'd hitch a ride off of the path and go to Mesa Verde? I know you have a Wilson, so it'd have to be a truck, which narrows it down, but I think 8 miles off the path. Probably not, Ziggy. No. Just because I can't trust people to bring me directly back to where I was picked up, to be honest with you. Also, yeah, the idea of trying to hitch a ride or get a ride with Wilson here is like, it's basically impossible. There's no one that has the room for me and space available to throw Wilson in, to be honest with you. No. Need more stuff. I think that means shrug. Yeah, La Junta. It's Junta though. La Junta. But Harrison Jace, to go into it, I guess. So I have a cadaver's ACL in my left leg. I had a couple of knee disorders growing up, Osgood-Schlatters disease, that don't really affect too much. But the big leg disorders I have is something called familial spastic paraplegia, or FSP, which basically just causes me to have, constant spasming in my Achilles tendon, in my lower legs. Good, okay. Looks like Fort Lyon coming up on the left. All I see there is a cemetery. Yeah, I don't think there's a whole much in Fort Lyon. We're really not going to see a whole lot again until we hit La Junta. Well, if your audio clicked loudly, that's my good ear. Sorry, Ziggy. Hello. Ziggy's getting all sorts of beat up today. All right. Rip to headphone users. What happened? How do you know chat is even real? We could all just be voices in your head and you've been talking to yourself this whole time. Well, Carla, to answer that question, I have no way to know that chat isn't real, but I've just accepted the fact that it's entirely possible that I've gone completely and utterly insane. And I just live my life in a way that's like, well, if I am insane, what am I supposed to do about it? So just lean into it and have your fun. Don't know why we worry about them. Lol. Is there safe? It's as safe as it can be, Derek, for sure, for sure. Ziggy's Optica was very tragic. I don't know what that is. All right. Nice truck. You're in a simulation, please make my voice and my head sound British. Hello. It was a cool truck, right? What is it? It was John Mulaney, right, has a joke where he says the line, the thing about crazy people is they don't know that they're crazy. The thing about people that say absolutely insane things is that to them, it's just a normal thing. They don't think it's insane. They don't know how much they're affecting the lives of normal people. Could be You know, we've only seen like a handful of cats on this trip. We've seen a lot more dogs than cats. Live your truth. Exactly, Marge. Just be who you think you are and the best version of who you think you are, and nothing else matters. F, yep, that's what. Should be back now, I would think. I love cat emos. Chris Isaac. I like Chris Isaac. That one song, Wicked Game, that's a good one. Yeah, asked this to the clear around me. Been talking to himself, said, yep. See? Nothing Else Matters, Chris Isaac. Is that a cover from the Metallica song? You good? Alright, thanks. I did check T, and when I checked, everything looked good. There wasn't black screen or anything, so it might have been going black for a second and then come back or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on walking. But Chris Isaac's Wicked Game, it's a solid song. Real creepy vibes to it though, but it's a solid song. The side of the road is begging for a weed eater. They, believe it or not, Sonadot, they have a crew. That's entire job is that they go up and down mowing the lawns on the side of the road. If you look to your like the right side of the street, that's all like more previously mowed than this one on the left. But I saw them yesterday, so they're working their way up here. Don't know the question. Crazy proof, crazy house. Colorado now. Junta with the next thing. Well, touche. No. There's an answer to that one. It's charades, Ziggy. Charades. You have to ask the question by charades. 2 words. Also, you should know I pronounce the word touche as tushy, just so you know. Just fun fact about myself. Tushy. That's my baby Lil. Stream broke up, did not hear anything you said. Oh, perfect. Well, I was saying thank you very much for asking, Miss Mouse, and then I was telling you that we were in Colorado, headed towards La Junta, which is where the next subway is. Hopefully the stream's not breaking up anymore, but who knows? Tushy. I pictured a toddler learning words. All right. How are you feeling? I'm feeling great, Miss Mouse. Just fantastic. The heat's kind of subsided. We're dealing with temps in the low 90s now as opposed to the, hundreds, which is good. I got plenty of water, plenty of food, and I'm just walking along. Just having the time of my life, This whole situation was crazy. Well, how is Cornholio doing? All right, we can bring out Cornholio so he can come say hi. He had a friend this morning, Sonadot. We picked up what I thought was a watermelon, but actually ended up being squash. But we threw him at the ground and slashed him up and, destroyed him earlier. Thank you for streaming. No worries, Miss Mouse. So here's Cornholio. Here's the piece of corn that I often talk to when I'm alone and no one else is around. He's wilting away a little bit, drying out quite a bit. You can see there's still some wetness down here, and his mullet is staying on pretty good. It was falling off piece by piece for a while, but he's doing okay. He's just hanging in there. He's coming with us all the way to California. California. California dreaming on such a winter's day. What did I come into? That's Cornholio, Cornelius, or Akbar, or whatever you want to call him. Maybe you suggest some Botox for Cornholio. Yeah, he's wilting a bit. I walk this along the road, the only one I've ever known. Low. Then feed him to a shark? We might. Our first trial and tribulation derp dog is, I guess, California has like border patrol on the state borders where they ask if you have any produce, so we're gonna have to get him by there first. And by get him by there, I mean declare him and ask if it's okay to bring him in. Hopefully they say yes. Just a little corny. Whoa. Corn needs to sing more corn. Whoa. Where did you pick up Cornholio? What's the story? So basically, Marge, we were walking through corn country for like 3 months, where there was nothing but flat lands and corn around us. And to commemorate finally leaving corn country, on one of the last stocks we were able to find in the state of Kansas, we picked him up. So we've had him now for probably roughly less than a week, 5-6 days maybe, or maybe a week. But he's signed on to join us for the rest of the way, all the way to California. Don't forget the butter, a little butter shed all the weight. I can. Also, let's pick up some worthless corn. Listen, part of survival, Ziggy, is you have to keep the mind entertained. It ain't worthless if it can keep your mind entertained. Whoa. I expect somebody named Cornelius to be large and husky. Well, he's very husky, get it? Because corn husk, get it? He's husky. Whoa. You got the husk part? Oh, T got there. I drove up and they asked if I had any produce. I said nope, and they didn't even search my car, just let me drive away. It's an honor system dirt dog, you know? Is there any corn inside Cornholio? There is, but I don't want to undress him because then he'd be naked. And if he's naked, I can't bring him on stream anymore. That's against TOS. So we keep him closed, Carla. I've missed this. Good to have Cornholio with us for the rest of the trip. Absolutely, Marge. We love Cornholio. There was also a particular day where I was going a little bit insane, as happens, and I gave a corn-styled performance using Cornholio, where we performed Freak on a Leash. There were some other songs. Kiss is I Want to Rock and Roll All Night was on there. It was quite the time. You must be ninja and light of it. Never. Showing Colonel as TOS. Lol. If you put him in the stroller, does that make him baby corn? I guess so. And I can't eat him, Carla, stop. I can't eat anything I didn't buy at a Subway. Only food that we bought at a Subway restaurant chain is edible. Everything else must be kept as a way to keep my psychological stress in check, or thrown out, and that's it. Those are the only two options. I've been for a walk on a summer's day. On a summer's day, I've been for a walk. Oh God. Sometimes, guys, I miss when life was normal. When I didn't just wake up and walk 20 to 30 miles in a day. When I wasn't so tanned that I literally couldn't burn anymore. With my pale Irish skin. When I woke up and instead of just like wandering the dark and nameless countryside, I went to work or something, you know? Wild times, just real crazy stuff. In Subway in Arizona, they have cactus subs. Enjoy the prickly meal. Lol. Technically, the corn goes right through. Make it fun when you poo. There you go. It has a little bit of flair, right? That's all corn does. Cornholio is the same vibes as Wilson from the movie Castaway. Fun fact, Marge, that's why our carriage or our baby stroller is named Mr. Wilson. We named him after the volleyball in Castaway because he's all I had to talk to. I wasn't. I was just. Cornelius, Cornholio, Akbar, whatever his name is. He has many names. I'll take a number 6 on cactus bread, please. Believe it or not, dog, we started seeing side of the road. Not every, they only come in cacti here. Of course, Marge. That's why he's named Mr. Wilson. stream your dinner, not Subway, when you are finished, you rock. Maybe, Miss Mouse, we might do it. My memories of your normal times, are you jumping in a mud puddle and skipping rocks and yourself across ice? Oh yeah, that also happened. I forgot I trained for this. Gotta be a world record for most Subway sandwiches per mile or Subway visits in a 6-month period. It might be, Sonadot. We're gonna have to look it up in the Guinness Book of World Records at some point. All I know, man, is that it's going to be some sort of an accomplishment by the time we're done. You should write to Guinness about this trip. Will do, man. I'm gonna write to everyone. One of the benefits to live streaming at Derp Dog, easily the recorded across the country that has ever happened. 49 people have already across the country. None of them as well recorded as this. We have hours upon hours upon hours, days, months probably of recorded footage. Maybe a month of recorded footage of walking across the country, man. It's gonna be pretty crazy. Do you ever have to jump out of the way from traffic? I haven't had to yet, Miss Mouse. There have been a couple of pretty close calls where traffic's gotten a lot closer than I liked it, and I wanted them to. But I haven't had to jump out of the way yet or anything like that. You might get an inclusion for travel via subways. Lol. The closest we ever came to getting hit was when we were leaving Fort Wayne, Indiana, and we were crossing the street. We had the go sign and we were crossing in a crosswalk, and a guy just like took a left without paying attention. It was probably a foot away from hitting our baby stroller. Subway Sean, the movie. I've been for a walk. That's pretty nice. Oh, that's okay though. That was with the old stroller. And if ever there was a stroller that could have gotten hit by a car, the old too nice to us. He's so friendly, he's so kind, so handsome. What a good looking lad, you know? Really treats me, treat him well. This could definitely be a Netflix special. Lol. I bet Netflix would entertain the idea of making Sean's movie. We do not disrespect Mr. Wilson, but he hit me in the ribs. He was mean to me first, that's all I'm saying. All right. So I break the mile 400 by the way today. I mean, I know break mile 400 marker, which is pretty cool. I like it. But Sean, you deserve. Oh my goodness, I did not. After everything that stroller put me through and everything that I did for him and for Usty, for him to turn around like that and just wallop me right in the stomach in front of everybody too. It's not even like it was off stream. He did it off stream too, but that one time he got that courage up to hit me on stream in front of everybody else, that was his undoing. That's when he got caught, you know? I don't know if this is a taboo subject. What exactly happened to Bick? I guess it's not taboo, Shark in the Dark. He just decided not to stay around anymore. Mr. Wilson was just trying to tell you to listen to chat, and the people IRL were telling you not to go that way. Oh boy. I was elected to lead, not to read. Lol. Everyone get that quote? Yeah. Simpsons movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger is president. Yeah. Very, very. What letter is never found in the alphabet? The one you put in the mailbox. Lol. Stupid joke. I like it. I like it. I like it a little bit. The stroller, Mr. Wilson, lets you go wherever you damn well please, as he should. This is not a two-sided relationship. I'm just kidding. I'm just posturing for the people, Mr. Wilson. Don't actually take that to heart. I didn't mean that. Did you get into a fight with your mom in chat? Kinda, no, not really. So without going too deep into it, Char in the Dark, it was right after he had ordered the 3 sauces, or the 3 lines to every sauce sub. And yeah. I don't know, some things were exchanged, said back and forth. It didn't seem like it was anything like mean, derogatory, or hateful or anything like that. It's all drama. To be honest with you, man, I tried. In response, he decided that he'd rather not be in that atmosphere, so he left. You know, he's been back since then, but not regularly like he used to. We moved on, that's all. Yep. I'm not built for dealing with drama, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My first and only tactic, and the only thing I know how to do, is to just drop it and move on. So that's all we did. Lol. Alright. I don't mind people asking questions. I'm always happy to answer questions. Ask away. No worries. But also, it kind of looks like I'm walking adjacent to looking town. Someone mentioned it earlier and said Fort Lyon looked like it really only had a cemetery, but it's got a giant water tower over there, some nice hills on the back of it. It looked kind of pretty, kind of picturesque. And I wish I was walking through it and not just like parallel to it. Yeah. Alright. How many more stretches do you have where you will need dehydrated subs? 3 more, Shot in the Dark. One of them is 120 miles. Actually, 2 of them are 120 miles-ish. And the last big one is 100. It's the one that I'm about. Those 2 120 miles stretch 3 days worth. That stretch again. Kansas desert stretch is going to have the longest stretch without subways on this, and it's going to be kind of crazy. Any life-changing occurrences experienced so far you would like to share? Hold on 1 second. Oh. I guess I just gotta get so I can. Hold on. Daylight come and me want to go home. Hey. All right, hold on. All right, let's see, hold on. Keep on trucking will do. All right, we're back. All right, sweet. I guess because I stopped for a second. So to answer a couple of questions real quick, any life-changing experiences that I'd like to share on chat? This whole trip, man, has been one big life-changing experience, to be honest with you. I don't know if there's ever been like one like real instance that made me think entirely differently. But these little things keep happening, keep adding up, where I keep experiencing one little thing at a time that's just like wholly working to change my perspective on an entirely different level, if that makes sense. It's been pretty wild. But as far as the long stretches, also, yeah, take care, Miss Mouse. We have 2 120-mile stretches and 1 156-mile stretch to the Mojave Desert. So that's going to be the really hard one. And we're splitting it up. So we're going to do for all of those 3 days on fresh Subway, and then 3 days, and 5 days respectively on nothing but Subway bits. It's going to be pretty crazy. You said you were pregnant. Yeah, that happened. Lol. I think this is the same stop sign as the other day. Green screen is glitched. Lol. Are you done, or are you going to go back to New York and join that cult? Oh, I'll probably go back, Carly. You know, it's real experience. Anyway. Sent to the Guinness Book of World Record Twitter. There's a man named Sean Clancy, currently on day 116 of a walk from Boston to Santa Monica, eating nothing but Subway along the way to make it a unique trip. He's doing in partnership with Big City Mountaineers for Charity, streaming live on Twitch the entire way, recording and keeping every receipt. It has to be a record for most Subway 8 and 6 months by the end, or some obscure record. IDK check with him if you want. Sorry if this is... that's awesome, Ziggy. Thank you very much, man. I hope we hear back from him. Nice. Hey, Poker Banner Man, how's it going? Oh, I was scared to start moving again because I'm afraid we're going to go in and out. Let me just grab a sip of water real quick before I start going, before we start this up again. I will have to let Subway, I have yet to have Subway since you started, but I think I'll have to plan to have one on your Mojave stretch. Do it up, Shart in the Dark Man. Subway has been awesome. Journey. The PR team with Subway has been really willing to work with us. They've been really good about re-upping the charge card and making sure that we don't have to pay for anything, man. Subway has been really a dream to work with. There's a joke in there about Kansas, but I won't get political here. Lol, what a beautiful day you have there. It's awesome, Poker Banner. It's in the low 90s, but there's a nice little breeze coming through to keep us cool, and life's good. Plus I have ice water, which I don't normally have, which is awesome. There's like ice in my water. It's a litty. Joke away, we're in Colorado now. Lol. Should see the mountains in a day or so? I think so. I hope so. I just want to see the Rocky Mountains. I haven't seen them in a year at least. Last May, I think. The May before last May. A year, 2 years, whatever it was. I was watching here and there, Pokey, nice rating. Nice. I did, ABC, yeah. I went to a grocery store this morning and got a gallon of water and a bag of ice. Plopped it all full in my Camelback and in my Yeti. I even kept the ice because you guys didn't like when I got rid of the ice last time. But then all that happened was all the ice melted as it was sitting on my solar panel. And then it started dripping into my encoder enclosure, so I had to dump it anyway. But I tried. Oh, right. So I know I'm pretty much just walking in a straight line until La Junta, but I should probably check the map and make sure I'm not lost. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, I'm kind of glad I did check, because you need to pour it over your head and do the hair flip next time. You're right, T. I missed an opportunity. I could have done the flash dance script where I just pour water on my face. I'm glad I did check that map though, because now I do see that I'm not just staying straight on 50, and that at some point I'm actually turning onto 119, like that. 194. That's what it was. Hope not. I mean, so I really hope that we have We'll see. I was walking around a town in Colorado and asked an older man what the name of it was. Boulder, he replied. I figured the keeping of receipts was an important fact to include so they could actually prove it. Yeah, I like that, Ziggy. That's why I'm keeping them. I just wanted as much proof as possible to show that I actually did this. So we're live streaming. I think, but I'm not sure. I don't know, I have to check. My girlfriend and I are using an app so that she can track my location. And that app supposedly tracks everywhere it pings throughout the day. So we might have that on record. I don't know. We'll see. Climax, Colorado is better. Never even heard of it, dirt dog. Oh. All right. We got honked out again. Nice one, Gecko. I'm not going to read it all out. Oh. All right. I do not app Hong Kong. Appreciate it. Lol. I wonder if the real-time IRL app would keep a history of your travel. I think it's tough, Max Cult. It keeps a record while I'm live streaming and then it gets rid of it. But I don't know if it's saved somewhere. I'd have to ask Mux FT. And if it used, but like I said, I mean, I've been broadcasting using an app, GeoNexion, which I think you have to pay extra for it to save. I have to check. You have to pay extra for it to save all of your data, which we did not pay extra for it. So I don't know if I pay extra for it now and get data. I don't know. Oh, the honk sounded angry. Lol, no, it was nice. Text me when you are free. I want to call you to figure out when you'll be in Arizona. Thanks, Auntie Kim. That's my aunt. Welcome to the club formerly known as Ziggy and T, the club where Sean doesn't read out your comment. Lol. Find yourself a lol off stream. I do all the. I started ironically this name stinks, and now I can't stop. I really can't. It's a curse. I really say when I run people with 15 feet. Yeah. At the moment, 1337 elite. Muck says it requires. I might reach out to him. I got this way, right? Anything like update anything on the Twitch, to update anything on Streamlabs, and to do anything from the road, because I'm trying to do it remote on my desk at home, through a computer or through a phone screen. And it's tough. It's some workaround using the iPad, but iPads are seriously image where you places, so it's tough. But you know, when I from my desktop, No, no. Whoa. Whoa. What are we gonna do? Back? Alright, sweet. I'm just out. I'm assuming that there's a tower service for Lion, right? I don't see that tower, so I don't know what's going on with our service, but I'm just walking. But the no comment because you violate subway service, you're derped on kind of right. Family friendly. Keep our family friendly. I just don't say. Here we go. Also, real quick, have you guys been able to see the butterfly? Just like a weird question for my own sanity, there are thousands. And I don't know if you guys driving all smooth on their windows and in their butterfly flying around me. Butterfly, no, you guys can. Oh, boy. Back to Saturn, okay. We're gonna stop over here at the dirt. Hold on 1 second. No, back again. Temp. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a second here as I get the dirt road here. As the whitest boy dance moves. Hey now, Danger Tater. I'll have you know those dance moves are award-winning, sir. I'm the best dancer I know. Oh boy. I can bust a move, sir. Alright, let me take a look real quick at a couple of tings. 1 or 2 tings. Have some options from the glitch dance. A little. Hey, I didn't even think that glitch dance was looking pretty. Mentioned it earlier, Danger Tater. Alright, yeah, so we are going way faster than yesterday, by the way. So if you guys remember yesterday when we looked at the, after 4 hours of streaming, given we did have to stop at a Subway, we were only at like 9.88 miles or something like that. We're at 4 hours of streaming right now. We're at 13.66. So we're like, today's going way faster. That being said, how are we coming through right now? Are we stuttering? Are we coming? Just gonna look at the kabooper real quick. Whisper, 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 whisper. A little bit. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. I think we're gonna end. Yeah, choppy. I think we're gonna end stream here. because I don't see the signal getting any better until we get closer to La Junta. So when we start stream up again tomorrow, we'll probably be closer and stream will probably be better. Just intermittent LBR, yeah. Yeah, so on that note, does anyone have any recommendations for someone that we can raid on over? Send us to. Hi, I ate rabbits for dinner. How's it going, man? How's she going, eh? Hope you guys can see my hat in frame, by the way. It's a nice looking hat. I'm very proud of it. Very proud of this hat. Also, I'm right next to a farm. I'm right next to an irrigation system, and there's a leak in this person's irrigation system, and it's just spraying water all over the place. Real gross like. Taking UK. Okay, sounds good to me. Slash raid. Raid. Tecan UK. Alright guys, well, while I'm sending this through, I have them I follow to airport. Nice. Be safe, will do. But while this goes through, I just want to thank you guys as always for being here and supporting the channel, for stopping by today. Thanks to all the old friends that are always here. Thanks that we met. I will see you tomorrow. Walk 20. Fresh food. See you later. Have a later. Skater. Probably be a couple hours. I still got a lot of hours left to walk in, but I will hit you up once I'm done. I'll provide files. Nice. Well, on approximate, see how's it going? Let me just get in front of the camera here and wave while you guys leave. See, I did it like a GIF at the start and stop. Start, stop, start, stop. Near it. All right, see you all. Bye, 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 bye.